Get nasty on a Monday. It's the fast lane on 101 ESPN. If you want to tune into the Air Alliance team videos or cameras and check out us on YouTube, you will see Chris Chandler.
Oh, yeah.
As Andrew Marsh.
Jesse Tuggle jersey.
Yeah. Andrew Marsh is paying off the punishment from his Vikings losing last night to the Falcons. He's got an old Rydell helmet on, Jesse Tuggle jersey. He's going with the throwback 58. And Marsh.
It's a great helmet.
It is a great helmet.
It's a great helmet.
I was thinking more of Morton Anderson.
Yeah, I can
because
see
it got
that.
the one chin strap. Yep.
Yeah, but Morton Anderson
He had
had
the
one bar.
Yeah, that might be more Chris Chandler. You're probably right.
So Marsh now has to wear the helmet and the jersey after the Falcons beat the Vikings last night. The Falcons officially broke J.J. McCarthy to the point where he will not play. He's very unlikely to play due to an ankle injury this upcoming week after suffering the loss last night. Now, Marsh, do you have anything you want to sound off about?
Well, one, that was a terrible game to watch last night. It was so bad. Man, like the Vikings, their offense is just horrible to watch. It's just not fun. Like, I know they won week 1, and yeah, it was a fun win. It was a fun win. Don't get me wrong, for that one quarter. But it looked like they went right back to what they were doing for the first 3 quarters against the Bears the entire game last night. Run the damn football. Run the football. You have a chance in the red zone, and so the offensive line stinks. I thought Kevin O'Connell was a problem last night.
Oh, wow.
I thought he was.
Turning on him, huh?
No, I like Kevin O'Connell.
Not the quarterback
but
god.
He was a problem last night. You get inside the red zone. I mean, you're at the 2-yard line. Put the ball into Jordan Mason's hands and let him run the football.
You got to throw the ball at the goal line like the Seattle Seahawks did.
No, you don't.
Super Bowl that time they did it. Yeah, you got to understand ball, Marsh.
Hand the ball off and run the football. And by the way, when the referee is standing over the ball while you're trying to substitute and there's 2 seconds left on the play clock for basically a rookie quarterback, how about you call a timeout so you don't have a penalty happen, which then sets you back, so then you do have to throw the football. Call the timeout. I thought that part changed the entire direction of the game. If they score a touchdown there, I think they get a little bit more confidence, and maybe the game's a little bit different. It was bad, man. Justin School, backup left tackle, he got injured, but he was terrible. He's not good. I can't wait till Christian Darrisaw comes back. That was not fun to watch at all. And J.J. McCarthy wasn't that great either. He had one good throw down the middle of the field at the end of the half, which we saw last week too.
I thought that was going to turn the tides for you.
I did too. I'm like, hey, we got something going on here.
Yeah.
And then it just went back to being crap.
So, can I ask a question, Marshy?
Yeah.
You're mad at Kevin O'Connell right now.
I am. I'm mad at a lot of people.
I understand that. But do you think the coach is kind of being tortured by the fact that he has to change all of his playbook because he has no confidence in his young quarterback?
See, I disagree with that. I think he actually refuses to change his playbook. What we saw, so
that is not his playbook. We've seen the first 2 weeks.
No, that is his playbook. He never runs the football. He refuses to run the football. This is now 4 games in a row where it's looked bad. That's dating back to Sam Darnold. The problem is they have all these different plays, which takes a long time to develop. But your offensive line isn't good to give you enough time in the pocket.
Yeah. And you couldn't run the ball.
There's no slants. There's maybe one. There was one running back, a screen pass, which Aaron Jones dropped. There's none of that. There's no short throws. The best player on the field is Justin Jefferson. Give him the ball. I do not care how it happens. Get him the ball. All right, I'm done.
I like it. I like the rant. Carey's now doing the dirty bird.
That's right. I forgot we got another dirty bird.
He's the only one that actually wore the helmet.
Yeah, I know, but I meant like I knew you were the fan.
Right.
And I just sometimes
From the
forget.
fan
I
version
think of
of
him
the
as the
dirty bird.
Buccaneers and the Colts and obviously the Steelers.
Right.
I forget sometimes.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
They went to the NFC. Carey's team went to the NFC Championship game.
One game away from the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
It was a cold game, though.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you that.
Oh, yes.
Really cold.
As I sat there, I'm like, boy, the math. I don't like the math right now because it felt for that entire game that the Falcons would lose by 1. Like it just was setting up
Because you
that
thought
way.
that the Vikings were going to score a touchdown. at some point.
Yeah. Now, the only touchdown that was actually scored was the Vikings allowing Tyler Algier to walk in.
He did
but
kind of walk in.
He did, yeah. That was by design.
I have another issue with Kevin O'Connell. Speaking of, this just jogged my brain. 3rd and 1, and you need 1 yard to get a first down. The game is still, it's in the fourth quarter. Game is still, in reach at this point, and you decide to throw a deep ball, and then you punt. How do you throw a deep ball and then not go for it on 4th and 1 if that was the plan?
I didn't understand the punt either because he had been going for it. Like he went for it backed up on his own 30 the one time earlier in the game.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they punted it in that situation. But I will give. I mean, the Falcons' defense was outstanding last night. Now, you were banged up the Vikings were banged up along the offensive line. But the Falcons have historically been horrendous. I mean, historically bad when it comes to pass rush. And they had 6 sacks last night. Two or at least a half by the 2 first-round picks, Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. Those 2 guys. The 2 interceptions were by the rookie safeties, middle-round safeties, Xavier Watts, and then Billy Bowman Jr. is playing the nickel spot. He was the one that had the pick and then rolled over the receiver. The Falcons' defense looked outstanding, and so did Bijan Robinson. The passing game lacked, but he didn't need it.
Well, the passing game, to me, I like what Michael Penix does. I think I talked to you about it in the office. 20-20, I think their offense was rolling along. It's when you get in that shorter area, once you get closer to the end zone, the routes become a little bit more restricted. You can't go as deep. So it does play into the defense's hands when you are inside that red zone or close to it. I thought offensively, the Falcons looked amazing. They ran the ball. That first drive, I was like, oh, they're going to rush for 300 yards. Like, Bijan had 42 yards on 3 carries on the first 3 carries. I'm like, oh, he's going to have 150 yards. And yeah, I wasn't wrong. He was right there knocking on the door. If I'm a Falcons fan, and you are a Falcons fan, this is what I told you I thought that this team could be. Kyle Pitts looked really good.
Yeah.
Drake London had a decent game. He fumbled the one, but all of the routes look crisp. The ball jumps off of Michael Penix's hand. Like, it explodes out of his hand to his receivers, and that's what you need. Timing, getting the ball out, getting the ball to your receivers quickly so that they can catch, turn, and make a move. I thought everything for the Falcons looked really good defensively. No, they didn't pass for a lot of yards. They didn't have the explosive plays, but I think that is coming. When you have a second-year quarterback and this is only his 4th or 5th game that he started. 5th game now because he started 3 last year and 2 this year. So this is his 5th game starting. I think by the middle of the season, that offense is going to be clicking. And if that defense can go along the way that they did last night, this is going to be a really good team. Marshy, I think the injuries bit y'all in the butt last night. The logo not there, Harrison Smith, like you got too many injuries at too many levels. And then I'm not even worrying about the offensive line. Like that, you can't give up 6 sacks. But when a team is able to run the ball at you for 200-plus yards, you got problems on the interior defense, whether both at the defensive line and at the linebacker spot. And 2 of your linebackers out. That's part of the problem that they had last night.
Yeah, that was a theme that I saw last year too. And I was surprised that more teams didn't run the ball on them last year. I don't know why they didn't do that. But I will give the defense credit. It was a bend but not break type of night, and they came up big, just allowing all the field goals and whatnot. They kept the team in the game for what?
3.5 quarters.
5 or 50 minutes. Give or take.
They didn't go up until they didn't go up by 9 until like 7 minutes, 8 minutes left. So yeah, Your crowd saved you 4 points too in the first drive.
Yeah.
You know, the Penix couldn't hear. The play calls were getting in way too late. So, not a visually appeasing game last night. But again, the defenses were outstanding. Certainly Atlanta's. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Marsh is paying off the punishment for his Vikings losing last night. I said I had a helmet. I had a jersey. I allowed Marsh to choose his jersey. He went old school. He went with Jesse Tuggle. So, Marsh, I know you don't feel great right now, but you look great. You look great.
Well, I appreciate that. Yesterday I wasn't too confident in the game because I knew the logo was out. I was dropping back at the gym doing some, the 5-step drop back or whatever it is. So, if I need to step in to throw some
you
footballs,
were warming. You were warming up.
I was warming up.
Got it.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But, Carson Wentz, he's got it. I'm a big storyline guy, Anthony. Carson Wentz, favorite team growing up, the Vikings. We know that he got injured, and Nick Foles won that team a Super Bowl.
Oh.
Now it's Carson Wentz's
Some say
chance.
Carson Wentz did it on purpose for the team.
Well, now it's his chance to
Ultimate
rectify
sacrifice.
it.
Yeah.
Rectify it.
Yeah.
This is his chance now.
There you go. Okay. By the way, Bacon Wrap Wiener agreeing with you, Carey. Marsh looks like, he says Wes Anderson. He means Morton Anderson in a Falcons jersey. Yeah.
Looks good, man.
I said Chris Chandler, but either way,
You
you
did
look
have the
solid.
singular bar. Like that,
Yeah,
that
that'd be
is
cool.
the
Yeah.
You
classic.
got a helmet, Carey. I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm not complaining.
a little bit. Sure,
maybe I
had shoulder
am.
pads, too. Like,
I could have brought the shoulder pads.
That would have been funny.
I could have brought the shoulder pads. You just say the word.
Mm-hmm.
do you have a Falcons helmet?
I do.
Could have brought that, too.
Yeah.
If you knew where it was, though.
Yeah, my son Xavier hides and moves my things around.
You know what's funny about
That's
that?
awesome, isn't it?
You know what's funny about that? So once the game was over, I knew the helmet. That helmet was in Killian's room. So I went up there last night. He's sleeping, snuck in, grabbed it because I'm like, I can't forget this. So I put it on the kitchen island, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm about to walk out today. I got the jersey in hand. I'm going to go, where's the helmet? This kid never puts anything away. It was back up in his room.
Like, how'd that get there?
This kid never puts anything. I mean, never puts anything
It
away.
was up, in the cupboard somewhere in the closet.
He grabbed it.
Where was it originally?
It was on. Yeah, he has this little thing in the corner where
Bookshelf.
you can bookshelf.
Oh, yeah.
So it's on there.
Yeah,
Don't mess with his Falcons, man. Don't you do it.
it's funny. He's like,
You brought him into this life.
Yeah.
I was kind of proud of him, but the fact that I go back upstairs to get it, whatever.
All right. We got a few people texting in saying that this is all your fault.
Yeah, no, it is. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Which part?
I kind of cursed the Vikings.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I knew right when you said, "Oh no, you got this is a lock of the week."
I did. I called it.
He did it on purpose.
I didn't call it a lock. I said it was the layup of the week.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Who misses layups?
There's a few people.
JJ McCarthy, I guess.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
He won't miss any this week. Don't worry about it.
Caleb Williams.
Yours was worse. And yes, Caleb Williams too. I heard it. All right, we're gonna get into and we got the whole landscape now. Obviously, our show we had to dedicate at least one segment to Marsh in a full uniform, or not full, but jersey and helmet. But we're going to get into the other NFL storylines. Some really big things happening. The Eagles and Chiefs certainly. We'll get into those storylines. Are the Colts and Daniel Jones legit? We'll get into that. Landscape in the NFL, including some thoughts by Jamie on Caleb Williams. But let's get into that college football carousel for week 3. We'll talk a little local. Then we'll branch out. The hell happened to Notre Dame? Arch Manning being booed by the home crowd. We'll cover it all next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's Gary Davis, and if you're in the market for a new vehicle, look no further. My friends at Genesis of St. Charles have you covered. They are the #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2025. They're Missouri's first and only standalone Genesis dealership. Experience the luxury service at their state-of-the-art facility located at 5601 Veterans Memorial Parkway in St. Peters, right off Mid Rivers Mall Drive and Highway 70. They have a large selection of new Genesis models in stock ready for you to take home today. Some of those models have massaging seats journeys. Imagine driving from Creve Coeur to O'Fallon and getting that massage in your seat. Lower lumbar getting stressed out. Jamie needs that. His back has been hurting for 2 weeks. He's been talking about it. Go visit Genesis of St. Charles. They can get you covered. Every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis service valet. You must be within 125 miles. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Schedule it today, or you can go online. If you're busy, have a busy schedule, you can go online and get it taken care of. You can visit them at genesisofstcharles.com. That's genesisofstcharles.com.
All right, time for our college football carousel week 3.
MIC!
ZOU!
Woohoo, baby!
They look great.
That's the way you run up the score.
That is.
Hey, man.
You're playing a
serious.
team that is not on your level. You should beat the hell out of them.
And they did.
They did.
That's exactly
care of business.
exactly what they did.
Give credit where credit is due.
That's
Correct.
Because if you don't, they will.
Well, look,
They will be on your ass, Jamie.
They just don't like people that push for more. That's all. It's fine.
Mizzou looked good. They should look good against an overmatched opponent, but they were crisp. They were buttoned up. I mean, the Hardy, 250 yards on the ground, three tutties. I mean, the kid
Cody
just
Schrader was
crushed him.
obviously an animal at running back. Is this kid in the same conversation? Because his numbers right now say they are. Now,
No. And I will tell anyone that I've said this, and I will say it again. Cody Schrader played the best football game I've ever seen from a running back in 2023 when they played Tennessee. I don't give a damn what nobody says. No one can argue with me. No one can tell me anything other than that. That man rushed for 200 yards. He caught for 100 yards, and he played every damn play. I won't argue with anyone about that. And I mean from any running back in history of running backs. The perfect game, in my opinion. The man didn't come out of the game. That means he didn't take a play off. He pass protected. He ran routes even when the ball wasn't thrown to him. He ran every single play until like 4 minutes left in the game. No. Hardy might be good. He might be great eventually. But to me, that was the perfect game from a running back. And this is from me giving a Mizzou running back love. And I am telling you.
I'm just saying, can Hardy become Schrader?
Maybe, no.
Does he have to play every down in one
Every
game?
freaking down.
And if he does that?
against the University of Tennessee or Alabama or Georgia, and he rushes for 200 plus, and he receives for 100 plus, and he don't take a snap off, then I'll give him credit.
Well, he's already doing some of those things.
Well, either way, again, Mizzou looked fantastic. I thought their offensive line was outstanding. I mean, Marquise Davis also rushed 20 times for 113 yards. I mean, the entire ground game, they gained nearly 7 yards per carry. It was outstanding. Bo Prabula didn't have to do much, but was still, managed the game perfectly. He had 2 touchdowns, and then one interception came on a play in which the defender made a hell of a play, tipped it to himself. So overall, Mizzou did exactly what they should have done. Now, they also potentially catch a break against South Carolina. South Carolina lost to Vanderbilt over the weekend. Lenore Sellers exited the game in the second quarter, took a big hit, and we don't know as of right now whether or not Lenore Sellers, who of course engineered that comeback win for South Carolina last year against Mizzou, is going to play this weekend. Either way, Mizzou is set up pretty nice for the SEC opener, especially if Lenore Sellers couldn't play, because that offense couldn't move the ball against Vanderbilt over the weekend.
No, not with Lenoris on the sideline.
Correct.
So I think Mizzou may have caught a break. I don't know. I don't know if it was a concussion. I don't know exactly what the injury was. It looked like he took a hit to the head. So I'm assuming, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, but I'm assuming that it was a concussion. He might be in the protocol, which doesn't mean that he's not eligible to play this weekend. It just depends on the severity of what he's dealing with. But Mizzou may have caught a break. I think South Carolina, for me, that was one of the teams going into this season I felt like was expected to be in that national championship conversation or SEC title game conversation. And then the loss of Lenore Sellers, they're knocked out of the top 25, which is strange because
South Carolina.
Yeah. It's strange because he's injured. But there's another team that's still in the top 25 with all their players, and they're...
Well, we'll get to them.
Yeah.
You're talking about the 0 for 2s?
Yeah, they ain't won a game yet. But either way, not that you ever want to see someone injured, but if the starting quarterback for your opposing team is not playing, that should bode well for you in that game. Carey's
got his Illini shirt on. Illinois also taking care of business against the Western Michigan Broncos. Shut them out.
You're welcome.
Well, I
knew you were feeling bad. I told the guys, I said, man, my man Anthony, his team just gave up the loss by 60. It happens in college football. Should never happen, but it happens. They got smoked in Ann Arbor. So for me and my guy Anthony, I need y'all to do me a solid. Don't let them score. They said, we got you.
I appreciate you, CD. Thank you.
Give you a little something. I know that was a rough Saturday, man.
Well, but I told you guys, you can't be a national title contender when you lose by 60. So that just kind of made me aware that we got a long way to go.
Yeah, a little work to do.
Yeah, my Central Michigan trip was. Anyway, so Illinois also took care of business. Now, Clemson loses to Georgia Tech in a wild one.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech beats them again. To me, first of all, let's just state the obvious. Clemson was overrated coming into the year.
No question.
They were overrated coming into the year. If you look back, now I'm saying this in hindsight because I actually bought into Clemson a little bit. I thought at the very least you're going to win the ACC. You're going to represent that conference in the college football playoff. But what we're seeing now is a team and a program that has entered into a phase, in my opinion, like we've seen other once proud programs enter. Miami went through this, where you were dominant and then you turned good. And when you're just merely good and you're a top program, you're going to lose a couple of games. You're really not going to be a title contender. Welcome to Clemson now. That's what they are. They're a good program that's going to suffer some losses. They're not a national title contender now, and I don't think they're going to be in the future.
Part of Clemson's issue is Dabo Swinney's unwillingness to get in the transfer portal. He believes in, recruiting kids out of high school and building them through work and character through his program, and then they are ready to roll by the time they're sophomores, juniors, seniors, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Every other program is getting better every year through the transfer portal.
Every other team in the country.
And the other issue is...
You're not different.
The other issue is...
Not smart.
Cade Klubnik, I don't think that I didn't feel like he was the guy that they were projecting him to be. I didn't think that he was going to be this all-world quarterback, top 5, top 10 quarterback.
This has been your take for
I have said it. I've watched him play.
Now.
I watched him play against South Carolina. I watched that game repeatedly. There was nothing that he did that was eye-popping that made me say, oh, yeah, this is the guy. It's not. And I can say that pretty much about a lot of college football quarterbacks right now. There aren't many. The one that showed me something in a loss was Aguilar from Tennessee. He looked pretty damn good for the first half. I didn't see the second half. I was on my way.
Well, he was good. That defense, too, is legit.
Yeah, I was on my way to the Illinois game, so I didn't see the second half. But the first half, he looked really, really good.
There was some... I'll save it. Go ahead.
I just think that Georgia Tech actually is a really good football program. Haynes King, the quarterback, led the team in rushing, obviously led the team in passing. Like, he's a dog. Mm-hmm. And then, Jamie, you were so excited about the fire drill that you do at the end of the game where the offense runs off and the special team runs on to kick the field goal, to kick the game-winning field goal. That was
Carey ruined all of my everything.
Like, I've never seen that before. Yeah, we did that every once a week in practice.
That's why you do it.
That's why you do it.
But the announcers, too, were talking about, like, well, they've been working on, they did it at the morning walkthrough, and then all of a sudden, 15 guys come running off, and the kicker's ready to go. I thought it was pretty impressive, even if they practice it. Mm-hmm. Like for the kickers always have their little routines and their little things, and they're waiting, right? Mm-hmm. Because they play their own mind game with themselves. I thought actually was genius by the coach. It gives the kicker less time to think about it. Mm-hmm. Just go out there, kick the damn ball.
Yeah.
Hurry up before it hits 0.
Right.
And he did.
Yeah. Impressive. So Clemson, see ya. How about Arch Manning being booed by the home crowd? Now, Texas did win, but
27-10.
He had,
and they were 40-point favorites.
9 or 10 straight incompletions. Maybe it was more than that.
Good defense,
10 or 11. 10. I think it was 10.
So they started booing him.
Yeah.
Texas is going to waste an outstanding defense. That defense is legit.
Yeah.
But Arch Manning, we are starting to see why he couldn't upend Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers.
These are the conversations I had last year when people were like, oh, Arch is coming. And this is the thing that I know about college football and football at any level. The best player is going to play. Mm-hmm. If Arch was that much better than Quinn, he would have been playing. Nick Saban took out Jalen Hurts in the national championship game for Tua Tagovailoa so they could win that game. The best player is going to win. And guess what? Jalen had to transfer because Tua was not giving that job back. It was his job.
Jalen's doing okay now.
Jalen's doing great.
So.
Tua's
he's there.
Financially, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else is bad. But that was one of the concerns I had about Arch Manning. His throwing motion, I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's stressing or pressing. He doesn't look like a quarterback that is comfortable in what is being asked of him to do. He's missing easy throws. And Texas Longhorn fans have to be extremely frustrated because you win against UTEP 27-10.
That's a hell of a program,
at
Carey.
home.
It is not.
Yeah, nice. It's a program.
It is a program. It is a football program.
Yeah, the UTEP two-step.
UTEP, which
Racers. No, that's
University of Texas El Paso.
yes.
The Miners.
The Banditos.
Yes, nailed it. No.
That's a
Miners.
Different.
Yeah. Texas still favored to win the SEC.
What?
Yeah. Speaking of the SEC, Texas A&M. Are they sleeper playoff contender? Wow. They go in to South Bend on Saturday night. Come back against Notre Dame. I felt so bad for the third string quarterback for Notre Dame. He drops the snap on the extra point, and everybody in the stadium, the announcers are like, that's big. Texas A&M goes right down the field because Notre Dame's defense is completely dropped off. And they score a touchdown. They miss a clear holding call on that play, but they get the touchdown regardless. And the TV crew kept showing this poor kid.
They kept showing him.
We know what he looks like.
That is the harsh part. Like,
I messed up. TV. Carey, you know.
I messed up.
When there's a storyline,
but
they're
you
going
gotta
back
keep
to
showing
that.
me.
Camera 2 back on the kid, please.
Man.
They do it.
And he's the quarterback, so they got the different signals and stuff like that, so he had to keep switching jerseys every single time. Almost looked like he was putting on
He looked like he was about to cry. Like, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
He got one job.
But that
You
job
didn't
is
make it
hard,
much better
Anthony.
right there.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
That job is hard, Anthony.
what I'm saying is he didn't have an opportunity to make up for it. It's not like he was the starter. He threw an interception, go back out.
It's getting worse.
They can't do anything about it.
He is not making it better,
No,
is
he's
he?
not.
It's not like he's the
Kid,
starter.
You're almost
He had one
useless to
job.
this team. You had one
That's not
job
what
to
I'm saying.
do. You kind of what you're saying.
Okay, it's not that kid's fault, okay? It's the defense's fault. That defense got shredded all night by Texas A&M. Who, by the way, they've got some dudes. They got some athletes.
A&M?
Yes. That receiving core is electric. Their quarterback, electric. Remember when I said Texas A&M sleeper playoff contender?
Yeah.
Got people telling me that you're a joke. Really? Joke this.
Well, they got Auburn, LSU, Mizzou, Texas left on the schedule, and South Carolina and Florida for whatever that matters. They got a pretty big schedule.
Their defense isn't much better, but nonetheless, I think they're a fringe playoff contender. All right, Tennessee blew its chance to upset Georgia and make Jamie look smart.
I tried.
Jamie
man.
is smart, but in that fashion.
I thought I was sitting there watching it. All they got to do is kick a damn field goal. And they screwed around, got a penalty, pushed it back, and then missed it. Golly.
I thought the way that Tennessee attacked some of Georgia's younger defensive ends and linebackers, they got they got a really good defense, Georgia does, but they're young. And the way they attacked the outside defenders, I thought was smart. But I think over time, Georgia said, you know what, you're doing all this play action, you can't run the ball. So I think Georgia started to make some adjustments, but I mean, you were up by 10 at one point.
You still marched all the way down the field at the end of the game.
You got to put them away.
You got to put that away.
Yeah, not great. Yeah. Andy with the Texas A&M logo and the snake pit. Fringe playoff contender, I'll take it. I think they are. And Andy, I said it weeks ago, too. You and me. Aggies.
Oh boy.
No?
I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Well, we got a lineup for the Cardinals, so I guess we'll play the lineup game next on ESPN.
Anthony, sometimes we don't feel quite right. Something's off a little bit, and you're not sure what it is. You'll chalk it up to, I didn't get enough sleep, or I'm stressed out, or I haven't had a chance to really eat a good meal today. But when it goes on and on and on and on, there's something more. You got to get checked out. And the first thing that I suggest is that men, 20, 30, 40 years old, go get checked out at Mentality. Their board-certified physicians are fantastic at what they do. They're going to ask you questions, whether you're frustrated, whether you're irritable, whether you're, again, depressed even, because it happens to everybody. Usually, Anthony, those are signs of low testosterone, but Mentality, they're there to take the full blood panel and change your life.
And it works. The program absolutely works. I don't just see it in the gym, Jamie. We've been doing kind of some home remodeling over the last couple of weekends. Absolutely. So, ripping out some tiles and some cabinets and stuff like that. Manly stuff, right? And at one point yesterday, I said, all right, I'm gonna lift up this tile right now. And Kristen's like, listen, just break it up. I go, no. Lifted it right up, took it right to the basement there, and put it down. Done. Thanks to Mentality. Now, I'm going over the top, but I'm serious. I felt the energy was there, the strength was there. I love the fact that I just feel more focused and my mood is just stabilized. Lifting the testosterone from Mentality and being on their program is outstanding. MentalityHealth.com/radio is where you can find more information. You also book your appointment, but just go down there. You'll see the difference. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you. It's Mentality.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals avoid the sweep in Milwaukee. They'll take on the Reds tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound going up against Zach Littell. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. Tonight on 101 ESPN, you can listen to a Monday Night Football doubleheader as the Bucs take on the Texans. Chargers will go up against the Raiders. Pregame for that first game between the Texans and Buccaneers starts at 5 o'clock, so we will be off early today. Kickoff is at 6, and then following that game will be the Raiders and Chargers with the kickoff at 9. We have the lineup game coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Time to play a lineup game here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, who is donning some Falcon gear following last night's his Vikings losing last night. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Time to play the lineup game tonight, guys.
Let's go, baby.
Back.
Yeah, only 4, boys.
Let's go,
only
Cards.
4. They got the
Reinforcements
Reds.
are coming.
Yep. Zach Littell, the right-hander on the hill. You guys ready?
Sure.
Let's do this hockey. Show us Brendan Donovan.
Oh, man.
Look at that guy. Vibrant, handsome, hair.
All right, show us Yvonne Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne? That's a French-ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant. Little cheese on my croissant.
Is this Alec Burleson?
You
Was
know
that we
it.
stand
We want you to be confident.
Show
Carey.
us Alec Burleson.
I thought I told you I'm a star.
You're already acting like you're a star, and we haven't even opened yet.
Chris Chandler, show us Wilson Contreras.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that hard. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
Okay. Is this who I think it might be?
We ain't done it in a while.
Show us Nolan Arenado.
You are so wrong.
All right. Is it Newt? Win?
It can't be Wynn. He's done for the year.
Oh, is he done?
You're true. Yeah, they shut him down.
I didn't see that.
Shut
All
it
right.
down.
You were in Champaign.
I was. Yeah,
The Wi-Fi was bad up there.
Champagne
It
what?
was.
He was in
Champagne Urbana.
Champagne Urbana.
Oh,
Urbana.
my bad.
Show us, this is Newt. Show us Lars Taylor Tattooing Newt Bar.
International superstar.
Watch out, don't run into any walls or anything.
Jamie,
Is it Arenado?
show us Nolan Arenado.
A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go on a tear. What?
That's great.
I agree.
It doesn't sound like it.
If you agree, it goes away
It's
faster.
making you feel good.
If you disagree.
Fast lane you, Carey. Fast lane you.
Is Gorman in the lineup? Donovan
I don't
playing
know.
shortstop and Gorman playing second base?
Against a righty, I would.
Go
Show
for it.
us Nolan Gorman.
Oh, wow.
That's
Come on,
ridiculous.
Carey. You got to be better than that.
Try to have
Is it
confidence.
JC here?
Yeah.
So what?
So us.
Thomas the JC.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? It really hurts.
I got that part of my tooth that fell off again. That's why I'm talking like that sometimes.
My face does.
You weren't here last week. I lost my whole front tooth.
I saw the video
And then
picture.
I'm missing a piece of the other one today.
What the hell happened?
I don't know what's going on around here, man.
Man, we need a catcher. You want
Get my teeth fixed,
you
bro.
want Crooks? All right, just show Jimmy Crooks. Jeez,
Jimmy.
unbelievable.
What?
You guys.
I think he said he didn't care. I think that's show us
Yeah.
here. I can go.
Go for it.
Show us Victor Scott.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can catch
Playoff
me.
lineup right there,
I'm the
boys.
gingerbread man.
We're on it, Marsh.
All right, leading off your second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Batting second, the DH, Yvonne Herrera. Batting third in left field is Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter, first baseman Wilson Contreras. Batting 5th in right field, Lars Nootbaar. Batting 6th, third baseman. Batting 7th, the shortstop, Thomas Ajacey. Batting 8th and catching is Jimmy Crooks. And batting 9th in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Back. They fair! They fair!
Go fair, go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run!
Marsh, what are the latest standings?
All right, Jamie has 33 points. Anthony has 26. Carey has 21. And I am at 6.
Boys are reeling me in. All right, give me Alec Burleson tonight. I'm going back to the big Burley boy.
I will take Ivan Herrera.
I already know who Marsh is going with.
Give me, you know what? Give me Pedro Pajes off the bench.
Oh, wow.
Give me.
Yeah, I knew it.
Storylines.
Yeah, loves it.
He loves those storylines. All right. Are the Brewers the realistic standard for the Cardinals to achieve? They just got done playing the Brewers. They kind of the model right now that the Cardinals can, realistically structure themselves after. We'll talk about that. Then at the top of the hour, we'll get into Week 2 NFL Pick'ems, how we did, who could be up for punishment this week in the Pick'em, and obviously the landscape of the NFL following a hectic day yesterday. But we'll dive into the Cardinals real quick next on 101 ESPN. If anybody has dealt with a bad remodeler, you know what the right remodeler can do for you, your family, your home. That's what Mosby does. Mosby Building Arts, they're the right remodeling company. We've all had modeling regret where you decide, I'm going to cut some corners. I'm going to save some money. I'm going to basically have a bunch of different contractors come in, and it's all going to work out, and it's going to be done at the, at the least expensive, right? We're at the least expensive budget. But when it comes to Mosby Building Arts, they do it the right way because they want to make sure that everybody is in-house. The home consultant builds a plan around your goals, not theirs. They're designers. They've got designers, plumbers. They got electricians. They've got architects. Everybody's all under one roof. And the reason why they have that is because they're not waiting on some sort of contractor from, a different, if they have to reach out for a plumber or something like that to come in and do the job, and then they're waiting, your project gets delayed. That's not Mosby. So don't have modeling regret. If you want the remodel done right the first time, whether it's a new bathroom, kitchen, even doors, sidings, whatever it may be, call Mosby at 314-909-1800 or visit callmosby.com. Tell them Stalter sent you. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. Are the Brewers the realistic standard for the Cardinals to achieve? Now, Marsh, you had posed this question, and the reason why you posed the question that way is because you know they're not going to be the Dodgers, right? I mean, the spending model isn't there. You're not going to spend like the Dodgers. You're not going to spend like the Phillies. You're not going to spend like the upper echelon top spenders in Major League Baseball. It's not realistic. And we can sit here and we can, moan about it, but it's not going to change the fact that the DeWitts are going to continue to set a budget that is going to keep the Cardinals either in the, teens when it comes to spending, or at best maybe they barely crack the top 10, but you're not going to see this team spend like the top 5 teams do. So what is, and I saw Splashback Deuce's statement in the Snake Pit. He's like, well, why do you have to model yourself after anybody? Just be a winning team. And I agree, you don't have to model yourself after anybody, but if there's a team that fits from a spending, from a organizational structure, a minor league structure, is there a team that's close to what the Cardinals could do moving forward? I think it's your Brewers, the Guardians, the Rays to a lesser extent.
I think it's just business 101.
Right.
If there's a similar company to you that has a similar pay structure, all that stuff, expenditures, whatnot, but they are clearly doing better as a company, you always want to examine what they're doing. What are they doing top to bottom? How did that happen? What do they price their goods at? Like, whatever the business is, find somebody who's operating with a very similar model that is being successful, and then figure out why and why you're not doing it. And I think it's funny that we're here right now, because if we go back 5 years ago, at no point in time would we have ever said, you better model yourself after the Brewers.
Right.
Because the Brewers were almost like the Tampa Bay Rays, where anytime anybody was time to get paid, they get rid of them. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
And now here we are in 2025, the Cardinals sitting in 4th place in their division, Brewers clinching already. I think they clinched a division, right? I know they clinched a playoff spot, but did they clinch a division?
I'm pretty sure they have.
Pretty close. Either way, they're in the playoffs. And now you're looking up at the Brewers as a franchise as to how to do things right, whereas 5 years ago, one would argue the Brewers were trying to be the Cardinals.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe
and by
7
the way,
years, whatever.
Sure. 7 probably more accurate. Clinched the playoff berth. They haven't won the division yet.
I laughed at that because we have no clue what the division looks like, because I don't know the last time I looked at the division.
Carey, shame on you.
I honestly don't know.
I keep looking at the wild card.
Last time I ain't looked at the division in probably 2 months. But to answer your question, I think you posed the question, Anthony. What do you need to do? I don't care how much you spend. I don't care if you're on the high end or the low end or in the middle. Get players that can play. You know, and you don't necessarily have to spend a ton of money. You have to evaluate better. You have to develop better. You have to coach better. And you got to get guys that want to play and be here and work harder. Like, that's the ultimate goal. They don't have to be $35 million a year players. They don't have to be $5 million a year players either. You can find somewhere in between, and the payroll can be wherever you feel comfortable. But that means you have to spend more money in the development aspect. You have to spend more money in the evaluation aspect. You have to get people that are at the top of their jobs and the top of their craft. If you're not going to spend a lot of money, you got to spend money in other places that's not going to cost you $10, $20, $30 million per person, but it might cost you $10 million for 10 people. It might cost you $10 million for 20 people to pay those salaries to evaluate and develop those players. Like, you're going to have to spend money somewhere if you don't want to spend it elsewhere. I can tell you, without being analytically driven or a baseball person or any of that, Shohei Ohtani is a good baseball player. Sign him. Aaron Judge, get him too.
We're not sure about those guys.
You don't need to pay people tons of money to evaluate that. But you do need to pay people tons of money to evaluate the developing players that haven't hit the area that is going to give them $10, $20, $30, $40 million a year. And you're going to have to spend money somewhere. If you don't want to spend it on the roster, you better spend it on high-level people that can evaluate and develop the talent in order to be able to be on this on this baseball team every single day.
Yeah, you know what's interesting, City? I completely agree with you, and I do wonder because we obviously don't know what goes on inside the walls at Busch Stadium and inside the owners' meetings, and of course with and I'm talking about the DeWitts and Mo, right? And what it's been like over the years. If I wonder if there was, hey, here's your overall budget, you can spend on the big league team, and Mo has kind of indicated this a little bit. You can spend on the big league team, or you could spend on the minor leagues, or you could do a little of both. And it seems like Mo was always spending what little resources he did have on the big league roster, but
in the bargain bin.
Not only that, but even if he did spend money, there was plenty of misses along the way.
Yeah, you're right.
And then eventually the minor league system eroded. And I wonder if Mo would have, in hindsight, if he would have said, you know what, let me pivot here. Let's develop like the Cardinals are about to start doing. Let's develop. Let's spend our resources there. Fans will be angry because we're not spending in free agency. But I think this is the better and more it's more sustainable this way. And the Cardinals would be in better shape right now. It's all hindsight. I don't know, but I just wonder if Mo would go back and say, I'm gonna allocate the resources that we do have to the minor leagues.
So do the Cardinals, I don't know how it works in baseball, and maybe you guys don't either, because it's kind of a deep dive into the business side of things. Like in the NHL, certain NHL teams own their American Hockey League team, but most of them don't. Most of them have a separate ownership group that run their own business and their affairs. And so independent players at the minor league level would be paid by the minor league team, not the NHL team. How's it work? Do the Cardinals own Memphis, Springfield, Peoria? Do they own those teams?
Do they own them?
I ask because I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I think they do.
I'm just wondering, like, what the total cost would be across the board, because when you start doing that, the number gets to be pretty big, because all of those teams have to travel, whether it's bus or not, whatever, hotels, whether they're motels. There's always a cost of doing business, and we don't ever look at that. I'm guilty. I look at the big league roster. In the past, we've looked at paid attendance, team salary, and we're like, well, there we go. But you forget about, like, there's a freaking whole bunch of people that work for the Cardinals down there that are probably paid pretty good money that you don't ever think of that are on the payroll. But that's part of the budget, the yearly budget. So to your point, whether it's a massive overall budget of here's what we're spending as a team, so John Mozeliak, figure it out, and whoever else my business person is, figure it out, Bill DeWitt III, you two figure it out, or here's our overall budget. We're going to break it up into two sections. Here's business. Here's baseball operations. Here, Mo, here's your pot of gold, the baseball operations thing. Now it's up to you, or now Chaim Bloom, to figure out how to spend that. Like, there are so many layers that, from a business standpoint, we don't understand. We're quick to point the finger and say they're cheap, they won't spend, they're this, they're that. Fine, but if they had, there's no doubt there's certain areas in their business that is failing. They don't make, the DeWitts aren't making money on every single part of their business. And so as a company, you have to figure out what's the most important thing. Right now, agenda number one, how the hell do we fill this building again? Because this is embarrassing. So now if I'm the DeWitts, I'm taking a larger portion of the overall budget, and I'm looking at baseball operations. If we have to let people go who are earning a lot of money doing their jobs, I hate to say that right now, but maybe that's the route you go for a couple of years, and you pay a little bit more to somebody else to pick up the slack while you get your baseball operations back in the right spot. But again, it can be very confusing overall. Yeah. Well, times are changing. So we'll see how they handle. Dylan said. Yeah. We'll see how they handle the multiple layers that you just described moving forward. The Week 2 NFL Pick'em Challenge. We'll get into what happened over the weekend in the NFL. We'll tell you if Monday night matters tonight for us in the Rizzuto Show Fastlane Pick'em Challenge, who's up for a punishment. Tell you one thing, it's not BK. BK had a massive rebound. Yeah. But we'll get into some of the Week 2 storylines next on 101 ESPN.
2 Monday Night Football games tonight, and Underdog is the perfect place to select your entries. You can win money tonight. You can win money all season long. You can play right now in Missouri. Underdog, playing on the app or the website. It's easy. Just choose whether or not your favorite players or your least favorite players, if you don't like the certain matchup, will go higher or lower on their stats. So take tonight, for example. If you like Emeka Egbuka to go higher than his receiving yards, it's 54.5. Man, he had a big game last week. So let's choose higher than 54.5 yards for Egbuka tonight for the Buccaneers. Flip over to maybe the Texans, and you're looking at Nico Collins. Higher than 5.5 receptions. Then you can go to the Chargers matchup with the Raiders and choose one of those two players. However you want to build your card, it's up to you. But the key is, if you love football, you love watching football, and you love making money, you can win a bunch at Underdog. You play the Champions game. You can do it right now. You can do it tonight. You can play for as little as $1, and if you get your entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the Underdog app today. Sign up with my promo code. It's just my first name, Anthony, to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, that's at Underdog, and that's promo code Anthony. Millions of fans, 41 billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets at underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.nsbgambling.org.
Get ready to pick 'em. It's the Fast Lane Football Pick'em Challenge on 101 ESPN.
Refreshed by Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly.
For your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Congratulations, boys. Tonight's games, and we got the doubleheader right here on 101 ESPN. Do not matter for the Fastlane Rizzuto Show Pick'em Challenge. Nice job, guys. We're up by 2. We're up by 2. We bounced back. We evened up the season record at 1-1. Thanks in large part to a guy that he struggled last week. Brandon Kiley, after scoring, 8 points last week?
Yep.
He, as of right now, has 12. He tied with Rafe. Now, there's 2 more games tonight, but he's got 12. Carey sitting on 11. Jamie with 10, and Marsh and I at 9. It'll either be Marsh or me that it's punished tomorrow with the airsoft gun. We both have the same teams tonight. We both have the Bucks and we both have the Chargers, so those games don't matter. It comes down to the tiebreaker. We have no idea how the tiebreaker works, so whatever the matrix
I figured it out last year and I forgot.
Yeah. It's something
like the number
how
of
close
points
you are.
It's like a combined minus 100, I think.
I think it has something to do with the weather, too.
Yeah, no.
It's got something to do with the weather, like algorithms.
Yeah.
Data points,
temperature of the
Whoever
stadium.
texted in last year with the explanation, please do so again. We don't keep track of these things, and we're not.
I think it's more fun to have tiebreaker roulette, where you don't have a clue what the hell's going on.
Well,
I don't like it.
We kind of don't. Either way, we can't do math.
What do you have to worry about it?
I want to know who's getting shot in the butt.
You'll find out tomorrow.
Gary.
Anyways, let's go over these storylines. Storylines for week 2. What was your biggest takeaway, Jamie?
For me, that the NFL is a tough league for young quarterbacks. And seeing it more and more game after game, like Trevor Lawrence still struggling up and down and all around. You know, you've got Caleb Williams that struggle still. You look at some of the younger players like the Titans, and now we're going to give them a little bit of a break right now. But Tua's still struggling. He's been paid, but he's still struggling. He's had, one good year where he didn't really have the concussions, whatnot. And then, you dive into J.J. McCarthy. Justin Fields, he had a tough game as far as he got injured and whatnot. But every week I'm noticing more and more that young quarterbacks are having a tough time in the NFL. And it's understandable. I mean, it's the best league in the world. But, maybe the trick is not to draft quarterback extremely high. Or if you do, you better have somebody else there for a couple of years while you develop them a little bit.
Or maybe... Yeah, I'm not.
No, you're waving your arms around here.
No, I was just going to answer your question. Maybe you let that quarterback sit for a few years and learn the ropes. Patrick Mahomes had to sit a year. Aaron Rodgers had to sit some years, and Jordan Love had to sit. Like, maybe that's the recipe. Tom Brady. Maybe that's the recipe. Maybe these guys aren't, because normally their first year does stink. It's not always great. So maybe that's the recipe. Joe Burrow got injured his first year, had to sit. He's injured again, but
I just think a lot of these young quarterbacks that are playing before they should are on not great teams, which means it promotes bad habits for the young quarterback because they're always under siege. So they really can't find a rhythm or even find out who the hell they are as a quarterback. It's a tough look for some of them.
My takeaway is the Miami Dolphins are done. Like, you lose at home to New England. You had an opportunity to win that game. I said that because I truly believe this, that offense, when Tua Tagovailoa is healthy, is a top 10 offense in all of the NFL. They are not good. They can't protect. Teron Armstead retired. Like, they can't block for Tua. They can't find a way to get the ball downfield far enough to Tyreek so he can go catch it and run. He has to come back. Like, it is. They started to run the ball. They stink. And their coach, he's got a great story. He's a ball boy for the Broncos at one point when he was a kid. Like, he's literally worked his way through.
He's also
overcome some off the field stuff.
Yeah.
He's done a fantastic job, but it's getting to the point where it's closing time, and the music's about to stop, and
he's got no answers.
He's going to be without a life.
Yeah,
he's going to be. It's frustrating to watch for me because I know the amount of talent on that offense: Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane, like Tua Tagovailoa. Like, they got a lot of talent in the skill spots. But it doesn't matter if you don't protect the quarterback, and it don't matter if you're not going to stop anybody on the other side. So for me, that was the most surprising thing that I took away from this weekend.
Well, they had the punt return for a touchdown, and immediately gave up the kickoff return. Immediately. The next play.
All facets of the game you got to be good in.
They're not well coached at all.
He just looks lifeless, like he's given up.
Well,
Did
you hear his post game?
Yeah.
Where he's talking about, he's like, well, you're trying to win the game, and we just didn't, we're doing things to win, but we didn't win, and like. He looks fried. Marsh, what was your big takeaway?
Well, Carey kind of mentioned it a couple minutes ago, but Joe Burrow gets injured, and that's happened way too much in his career. But they end up coming out with a victory over the Jags. So they're 2-0, and that's a team that has started slow. But I think they would trade maybe the 2-0 start for their quarterback to be healthy for a majority of the season. It sounds like he's going to be out for a while, so that stinks
3 months, I think,
for Bengals fans. And then another 2-0 team that I don't think has played their best football yet, but they are 2-0, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles as they beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Boy, and we'll get into the Chiefs. So I'll stop on that. I'll give you mine. Has Daniel Jones found a home here? Like, did he?
Maybe we overrated the Broncos too.
Okay,
I mean,
so that's
like
a good question.
What's your problem with Danny Dimes?
I've seen Danny Dimes play.
Do we overhype Denver?
Watched them,
or do we undersell
for a bad
Indy?
Team.
I think probably both. Yes. I think we undersold what Indy has. Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr. Like, they got receivers, Alec Pierce. Like, they got receivers that you can get the ball to, and they got a really good offensive line. They just were not. The quarterback position struggled last year. Like, Anthony Richardson, I forget whoever else was under. So was it Joe Flacco last year? Joe Flacco. Like, they just couldn't do all of the things that they needed to do offensively. And Shane Steichen, I think, is a really good coach. We've seen him be a really good coach, take a team to a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones does look good. They've played the Miami Dolphins and I'm the Denver Broncos. Who in the hell knows?
The Broncos have a legit defense.
Do they?
Yes,
I
do.
think they do.
He threw for 316 yards against a legit defense. You got to give him a little bit of a back pat here.
No, they should have lost.
Come on.
They should have lost. They missed
Denver
the field
blew
goal.
it.
Yeah, they did.
I'm talking about Daniel Jones in particular.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Denver's defense is stout.
How many yards did he have?
316.
So you didn't answer my question. I don't know or Anthony's question. Is Denver's defense good or is Daniel Jones good? Because
Daniel Jones.
I've watched
How many punts for the Colts in 2 games?
forced me to watch Hard Knocks last year, and Daniel Jones was the featured player. And Joe Shan was like, we're going to get rid of Saquon. We got Danny Dimes. And Daniel Dimes stunk. I've got proof.
That whole
I've got
team
evidence
stunk.
of him stinking.
They took away Saquon, gave him no running game last year.
Malik
Nothing.
Neighbors.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
How's Malik Neighbors? How's that all working out this year so far?
He
was
a stud yesterday. That's the reason why I lost to Anthony in football.
They lost, right? Oh, so good day for them, huh?
Yeah. Russell had like 500 yards passing.
He had like
last
30
division last year. That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I need to see more of the Broncos defense. The defense, the Broncos as a whole, Jamie, need to see what they look like. But I think Daniel Jones had a good game.
Non-believer here, Anthony.
Denver did not look good against Tennessee in that first week.
Exactly.
I wish I would have went with Indianapolis in this game. I know, like, hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But the more I was thinking about it come Sunday, I was like, should I change this pick? I'll leave it. Because I think the Broncos could bounce back. Mm-hmm. But there were signs in week 1 that maybe the Broncos aren't the team that we thought they were supposed to be heading into the season.
Again, the Broncos should have won that game yesterday. The Colts lined up. That
was a terrible call.
They missed the field goal.
Terrible call.
But they got
that guy did not elevate off the other guy's body.
Yeah, the center. So
he put the hands on the back and then he jumped.
Yeah,
it was a terrible call.
So the Colts got a redo on the kick, and the kicker for the Colts wound up drilling it. Real quick, Dallas, because you mentioned the Giants. How about Brandon Aubrey? Holy smokes!
Did you hear his story?
That guy's, he was at home. His wife
was like, well, you like
to miss these.
Yeah, why don't you go try kicking? Yeah. Okay, honey. He went to the schoolyard and started booting 40-yarders.
Yeah.
Then he went to the USFL, and now he's here. He can't miss.
They literally just say we need to get past the 50.
Yeah.
And if we get past the 50, that's the mindset for the Cowboys. We get past the 50, we're good.
We get a chance to put points on the board.
We'll score.
It's like
What the hell?
It's like it was like 4 or 5 years ago with Justin Tucker, where it's like just get to the 50, he'll get it.
The one from 61 yards would have been good from 70.
Yes,
71 yards. Like he had. I'm like, and it's right down the middle.
Yeah,
it's not even. You don't even worry about it.
Nope.
Yeah, that's pretty special.
They were talking to him today and paraphrasing a little bit, but he's like, yeah, I don't really do a lot of like the preparation, like the monotonous, He's like, because every kick is different. He's like, for different spot, different yardage, different holding, blah, 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 different weather. So he's like, I watch some of the film, but I don't really watch my kicks because he's like, everyone's different.
Yeah.
I think he's psycho.
That's
like,
awesome.
He kicked the 61-yarder.
Looked his face like,
and he didn't budge.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, And then when he kicked the game, I was watching, I was like, I got to see if this dude smiles or if he did smile, but that was only because they picked him up.
Right.
Like, he was like, like he might be crazy in real life. He might be.
Good for him, man.
He's Jamie. You talking like that reminds me of Happy Gilmore. Hey, man, you're confusing me. Let me just put the ball in the hole.
All I got to do is put the ball in the hole? Yeah. Oh, why'd you say so?
I'm going to do that every time. All right. We're going to do NFL panic or patience. So, Marsh picked out a couple of teams here. Are we panicking on these teams, or should we show some patience, including Dub Bears? I think we all know where we're going here. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Circus Sports is coming to Missouri. December 1st is the start time for that. But from now until then, download the Circus Sports Illinois app right now. And let's remember that Circus Sports, they got a lot of things going on. Great contests throughout the year for the NFL. And Derek Stevens, the owner of Circus Sports, he had a vision a long time ago to create the world's largest sports book. He loves betting on sports. And so he did so in Las Vegas. Now, again, it's in the palm of your hand. Circus Sports Illinois, the app. You can find it on their website. You can find it on the App Store. Super easy to download. Very, very user-friendly. They've got the player props, the parlays, all of that stuff. Great lines on all of their futures bets. They've got tight money line splits daily on whatever sporting event you're looking for. And, of course, they've got the best odds of any app that's out there, which means bigger payouts. And they also have high betting limits if you want to get a little risky out there. Again, all you have to do is download and bet like a pro with your Circus Sports Illinois app. Please don't miss out on any of the action that Circus Sports is providing to you today. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Time to play NFL Panic or Patience. So Marsh collected some of the teams from this past weekend, and we'll discuss whether or not you should be hitting the panic button or showing a little patience. Marsh, who's up first?
All right, let's start with the Chicago Bears as they get crushed by Jamie's Detroit Lions in week 2. Are you panicking or are you having patience if you are a Chicago Bears fan?
Real quick, Marsh, you got to buckle up for safety.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
That's a penalty. Once you start calling the plays, play is called, you got to buckle that thing up when you break the huddle.
Huh.
Ready, break?
I need the 2 different mouth guards and not wear both of them.
You're not. That helmet does not. That's not for that helmet.
No,
that's more of a cooler helmet that got the buckles here and here.
So no mouth guard at all.
Probably not.
No, you have to put the little one in.
Or you have the one that just dangles.
Yeah, but the original one, like from the package, that like the starter kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you boil it. You boil it in hot water.
Yeah.
Pop
you
that
bite
thing
down
in.
on that sucker.
Good.
It's great.
Yeah, that's the one. We used to put bubble gum in ours.
Oh yeah. Well, they sell them now because I had to buy one for Killian. They sell them now that are flavored.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Bubble gum.
You put bubble gum in there. And that way, when you put it in, you got a little flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm not saying it was right or smart. I'm just telling you what we did. We were 12.
Okay,
it's a walk. It's a walk.
Challenge your childhood.
You
Okay,
kind of
relax.
did. I had trauma.
Hey, we did it too, Carey.
Coming from the guy who's missing giblets everywhere, I should have wore a mouth guard.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
Caleb
It's
Williams.
walking cavities, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Caleb Williams and the Bears. Yeah. Out of panic.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry about those guys.
All right. So, are we talking
They
about?
stink.
Yeah, they do. But I still think that look, they're not a playoff team, but obviously. But I do think
Lucky to not
patience.
be a top 5 team. Hey, went out on a
playoff team.
The first half is going Marsh.
I'm listening.
Marsh, the first half for the Bears. The first half of the Bears is not going to be pretty, man. This guy's Caleb Williams is starting over, okay? It don't look good. He's staring down at his rush constantly. He's not comfortable yet in the offense. It's going to take a little bit. But I do think we should show some patience because I believe in the second half it's going to look better. First half's going to be rough, though. Tyson Bagent.
Tyson
Bagent.
We'll see him soon.
He played.
Tyson Chicken.
Can I make a comment about Caleb Williams? And we'll dive into this later because there's actual experts that have been watching his game.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I noticed yesterday in particular. Game 1, 2. But I thought, okay, first game of the season, whatever. He looks like he gets up there, ready for the snap, whether shotgun, whatever. And then right before the snap, it's like someone puts a blindfold on him. And then he huts the ball, and they rip the blindfold off. And he's got to figure out what the hell he's seeing.
I can now visualize that very well.
Because when he gets the ball in his hands, it's sheer panic. It's like he doesn't know where the defense has shifted. Someone's moved. He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
He looks 7 different directions.
You just moved.
Yeah.
They weren't there before.
And the defense, they're doing all the stuff like the guy's lining up, and then he's dropping back into coverage. And Caleb's like, what's that guy doing?
Yeah, the pre-snap and post-snap pictures are vastly different for him. And when that happens and you're a young quarterback, you're used to guys not moving that much. And because if they line up, say they're on your left side, and they're like 4 or 5 guys lined up looking like they're going to blitz, and you assume, it's coming from there. And then they drop, and then 3 guys come from the other side, and you're like, didn't see them. That's weird. Why are you doing that to me? And if it continues to happen, eventually you get accustomed to it, and you'll be able to figure out who's blitzing and who's not based on the safeties. But
he's under his belt.
He's struggling.
I will say this: if the NFL was strictly made for first drives of the year and all, that's it. That was the game.
Bears
the
are
first
Super
drive.
Bowl.
Bears are going to the Super Bowl because they are 2 for 2 with that opening script. Looks pretty good. And then you got to play the rest of the game.
Yeah, the scripted play is just fine for old Caleb Williams. It's the rest of the game that kind of hurts.
Script them all.
And he may have to.
Just run it.
Regardless. Here's the 10 plays, and we'll just start over.
Yeah.
At number one.
Defense will never figure it out.
Yeah, they'll never figure it out. That's right.
Make it a snake draft. Yeah, 1 to 10, 10 to 1.
There you go.
They'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
All right, next team is my Minnesota Vikings. We mentioned earlier in the show that J.J. McCarthy appeared to be out with an ankle injury, so Carson Wentz will step in. Anthony, I'll need those socks.
Yes, sir. I got you covered.
That you have. By the end of the season, I'll be wearing all your clothes.
You need socks for it.
Carson Wentz
BT got me Carson Wentz socks one time.
When he was Papa Wentz.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, panic or patience for the Vikings?
Well, I sensed nothing but panic out of you earlier.
Well,
all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of nowhere, Marshy, you start doubting one of the best coaches in the NFL, calling him out on everything that he's doing.
I'm not doubting him. I'm just calling out what I see.
He was frustrated by last night.
Did that not sound like he was doubting him?
He was frustrated by last night. He didn't love what he saw last night. So
I'll go with panic then, just because of the way Marshy acted. I'll go with panic.
If you're going off of Marsh's emotions, panic. Because I love you, man. But I know you are going through it right now.
You are working through it.
Absolutely. I wait all damn summer for this team to play, and they crap the bed in week 2 against Anthony's team, who he doesn't even believe in them.
Week 1.
Now I do.
Yeah, now, of course you do.
We have a defense now, Marsh.
Yeah, that was 2 defensive linemen. They went. That was outside rushers. They got you happy now, aren't you?
I certainly am.
You hated it when it happened.
No, I didn't hate it when it happened.
Why you do it? Why you trade back in for that guy?
Yeah, it was a nice move. You see that he cut underneath? Did you watch it, CD?
Pierce? Yeah, I did. I saw it.
Granted, that was a third-string tackle that Marsh was playing, but nonetheless.
Sometimes you got to get it.
Marsh, I'll say patience for your Vikings.
Well,
I'm a big believer in Kevin O'Connell. I'm a big believer in Brian Flores. That's 2 good coaches there. They'll figure it out. Carson Wentz will play fine in the meantime. So
I am not on the panic train, but my patience is wearing thin with this offense.
Okay.
Because I like to enjoy watching the games. You know, they might lose. That's going to happen. You can't win every game. Only one team has ever done that. So I understand that.
Shortened season, too.
Yeah.
Comparatively speaking.
But they need to figure it out, because this is not fun to watch as a fan.
No.
So they need to figure it out. But you know what? The last time that a quarterback not really the last time. I mean, we did Joshua Dobbs and Nick Mullins and all them. But when Case Keenum stepped in for Sam Bradford, that team started off 1-1, and they went to the NFC Championship game. So, hey, wow, I'm not here to panic just yet.
Sure.
All right, final team here. The Kansas City Chiefs, who are 0-2.
Yeah, let's get into this, because Jamie sent us during the Eagles and Chiefs game yesterday. Jamie sent us some scathing text on one person specifically on the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll get into that. Panic or patience, Chiefs style. Next on 101 ESPN.
If you're looking for a smart, stable investment, you should probably trust the experts, because they kind of know what's going on. And in this case, if you listen to guys like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, how about Shad Khan, the Jags owner, probably happy after a nice win. No, that's right. They didn't pull that one off. Trevor Lawrence had a tough game there. Either way, they are all invested into U.S. farmland. And let's remember, you don't have to be a billionaire like these guys to get involved. No, AgVest is going to help you out. And the reason you should invest in farmland is there's steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability. So you wake up in the morning and you look at the stock market, you get nervous. All these things are happening. Don't worry about that. Farmland is just a steady investment. Year after year, it appreciates. It's just really something that's stable for you. Also, if you own farmland, AgVest can help you maximize its value with full-service management, from sourcing and diligence to rent, as well as tenant selection. All you have to do is call my guy, Chris Bronner, who is the founder of AgVest. Give him a call at 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022, or you can visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land. They're not making it anymore.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Matthew Liberatore on the mound. He'll face off against Zach Littell. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. Tonight on 101 ESPN, we have a Monday Night Football double header for you as the Bucs take on the Texans. Pregame for that one starts at 5 with the kickoff at 6. And then following that game, it will be the Chargers and the Raiders. We'll continue talking about the NFL as we look towards the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 0-2, off to a rough start in KC. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So we're just playing Panic or Patience, and Marsh gave us the Chiefs and whether or not we're panicking on the Chiefs. I can't panic on Kansas City. They will get Rashee Rice back. They will get Xavier Worthy back. They can't run the ball, which is something Carey's been talking about since last year. They can't run the ball. The deep threats are all either hurt or suspended. So it's a rough go right now, but they're still in that game until Travis Kelce yesterday had the ball go off his hands, didn't get his hands and his head around quick enough on a great throw by Mahomes. If he catches that, potentially he's in the end zone, and who knows? Instead, the ball went off his hands straight to the cornerback for Philadelphia. And what a play by the young tackle for Kansas City down the field.
Move.
Yeah, he was running.
Took him right out.
I don't even know how he got across the field that fast, but man, that was impressive.
He had effort, unlike Kelce, who stopped.
Oh, man.
Did you see that?
Yeah, Anthony.
He stopped on that play.
There are a lot of things I've noticed over the last two games.
Take it away.
But specifically yesterday. So we saw in game one, and there was frustration. They're playing in Brazil and whatnot. So you chalk it up to, whatever. Because Kelce's like headbutting his teammate, that one altercation, like whatever. It's like a lot. You're like, first game, frustration. He's amped up. They want to win. Mm-hmm. It's the Chiefs. They expect more out of each other.
Yeah, sure.
I watched yesterday. And on 4 separate occasions, Travis Kelce was yelling at teammates or in guys' faces. Even one time, he started yelling at teammates after Mahomes just scored a touchdown. I'm like, what is he doing? And then he went on to miss the ball, interception, no effort on the play.
He threw his hands up as if...
It's like Mahomes passed it back or something. He wasn't ready for it.
Right. You got to wait until I'm ready.
So, I don't know. Here, we'll talk about it a little more, but Trey Wingo was talking about the Chiefs and specifically Travis Kelce. Here's what he had to say.
And here's a hard truth that a lot of Chiefs fans probably don't want to hear, is that their tight end Travis Kelce is killing the Chiefs right now. You go back and look at that week 1 loss in Brazil. He had a touchdown in his hands late in that game, dropped it. It was in his hands, dropped it. In the first series of that game against the Chargers, he was the one that took out Xavier Worthy. And on his own podcast, New Heights podcast, he took credit for that. I said, that's my fault. I didn't do what I was supposed to do on that play. Worthy didn't play today, and that was a huge part of why the Chiefs offense struggled significantly. And then today, it would have been a tough catch. I understand that. They had a play at the goal line that would have given them a lead. And what happened? Hit him off the hands, bounced off his hands, and went into the Eagles' defender's hands, and that was an interception.
So I put in the chat yesterday, I'm all for intense players trying to hold their team and themselves accountable. But, when is it too much? Because, Carey, I know, I shouldn't say, I won't speak for you. I know for myself that there were times in my career where veteran players like Travis Kelce were doing this as they got older and they were less able. They were more frustrated with their own game than anything else, and they would get on guys, get on the team, yell at the team. And at some point, you're like, hey, listen, dude, just shut up. Just shut up. Why don't you go do your job? And less barking, more action. At what point does it get to be a little too much?
I think, well, I mean, I agree with a lot of things that Trey Wingo said in there, except for that it was a tough pass to catch because it wasn't. That's an angle route.
He made a great catch earlier in there.
You're the number one read.
If his
on
hands
that.
can touch it, he can catch it.
Yeah. So for me, he's supposed to catch that. The putting his hands up, I think that was more at himself. I don't know. He couldn't have been doing that at Mahomes. Like, what the hell are you throwing that? Because, again, it's a little low, but that's a catch you're supposed to catch 100% of the time. Yeah, I think as you get older, your level of grumpiness or frustration and he didn't play poorly. He did have a big catch on one of those under routes where he was able to, and he stiff-armed the linebacker, the defensive back. He played. He did what I think Travis Kelce is normally going to do, minus the drop at the goal line, which that's on him.
It's
this
the other
team is
stuff
not,
that's getting to me, though.
Yeah, but I think that's who he is. Like, I remember a couple of years ago when him and Andy Reid had a blow-up on the sideline. He was fussing and cussing. I think he's just
chest bumped Andy Reid.
It was the Super Bowl.
I think he's just a passionate player, and that's how he speaks and that's how he talks. I don't necessarily think that it's a negative thing. I think it's him, wanting to win, him wanting the players around him to all do what they're supposed to do, and himself included. So I don't have an issue with it. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are struggling. This is the second game in a row where Patrick Mahomes is your leading rusher. Kareem Hunt is not able to get it done in turn. He's a short yardage goal line back at this point, in my opinion. Isaiah Pacheco, I said this a couple of years ago when we were talking about, you can get a 7th-round running back. Can you? Like, Isaiah Pacheco is good when everything is good around him. I don't think he's a running back that is able to create the things that he needs to get going for him to have success in the run game like other elite running backs, Saquon Barkley's of the world, the Derrick Henrys of the world. And so what you're seeing is a team that can't run the football. You got nobody, they're not going to have to rush a lot. We saw the Eagles game against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They didn't have to blitz. They just dropped because they know you can't run the ball. They know you're not going to be able to do anything. And I think a couple of those plays, the Eagles blew coverage. Like, the Chiefs had big passing plays. The one to Thornton, it was a blown coverage. Patrick Mahomes missed one to Thornton. It was a blown coverage. Like, that was the Eagles doing more so than it was the Chiefs. I do believe that the Chiefs will get it corrected, but they're not playing well at all, in my opinion. No, offensively or defensively. And they said there was a Chris Jones at the end of the game barking at Jalen Hurts, you barely got 100 yards passing. And Jalen's like, we won the effing game.
Yeah, right.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What difference does it make? Y'all didn't make enough stops. Yeah. You only gave up 20 points, but your offense only got 17. So this team, to me, it seems like they're a little bit frustrated internally with how they're playing. They're not making enough big plays on offense or defense. And I think both sides are looking at the other side like, man, you going to stop somebody? Are you going to score at any point? So I think you're starting to see a little bit of that frustration boiling over.
This is what happens to even great teams.
Yeah.
You have to, there is a struggle. You're not going to win every single time. You're not going to win every single season. I mean, the Patriots, their dynasty had many starts and stops. They reinvent. That's one of the things I don't think that Belichick gets enough credit for. Yes, Tom Brady. I mean, you have Tom Brady. You're going to win a lot of games. You're going to win Super Bowls.
Patrick Mahomes.
They do.
Yep.
But Belichick was so early on, and in the middle of his dynasty, in the middle of the Patriots dynasty, he was so good at saying, where is the league headed, and where can I find a different avenue? For example, hey, we're going spread. Everybody, we're going to spread out. All of a sudden, defenses start to get a little lighter, and then he goes to double tight ends. He's going to run the ball again. I mean, he's going to win in the middle of the field.
Right.
He was always ahead of things. The Chiefs will figure it out because they got smart people in the building. They've got Andy Reid. They've got Brett Veach. They've got Mahomes. They've got the foundation in place. But the struggle is happening right now for them, and they have to make adjustments to overcome. I'm sure they will at some point, but Carey, I completely agree with you, and Jamie, they don't look good right now. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What's trending is next.
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet. Family's been in business for over 80 years, and there's a reason for that. Yes, they have fantastic prices on vehicles, but it's the customer service that is second to none. Here's a little personal story. Obviously, I've been a customer for over 25 years at Londoff Chevrolet. Now my kids are customers, and of course, things happen. My son, Braden, lost his keys, couldn't find them. Well, Jim Saffo, the Londoff Autoplex, sent somebody out to see Braden, got him some keys, got him hooked up, all taken care of, and he's back on the road again. That's the kind of customer service you could expect from Londoff Chevrolet. And the best part about it is they've got 2 locations now. The original in Florissant, Missouri, and then the brand new Londoff Autoplex out in St. Peters right off of Highway 70. Both places have fantastic customer service, great prices, great inventory, whether it's brand new vehicles or pre-owned vehicles. And again, they want to make sure you're happy. Tell your friends, bring in your family members. You want to be treated like family, you go to Londoff Chevrolet every single time. And I promise you, they will treat you like family. So please get into either location. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in, or visit them online at londoff.com or londoffautoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What the wide
of sports is going on here? It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
This is Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and I realize I just jumped the gun. Marshy, what do you got for What's Trending?
All right, Mason Wynn. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show while we were playing the lineup game. He is obviously not in the lineup, and he is done for the season. Shut down, torn meniscus. Just wanted to kind of get your opinion on Mason Wynn's second full year in Major League Baseball. What did you see from him on the field and at the plate, and were you satisfied with his season this year?
Carey, what do you think?
Platinum Glove winner. Gold Glove winner, Platinum Glove winner. I think he did a fantastic job. I think he exceeded expectations of what he was going to do this year. And, I mean, he finished, third last year in the Gold Glove voting. I think he's going to win it this year, and I think he's the best shortstop in the league. And I think as long as you continue to make that a defensive award, and he wins it. Yep. Offensively, I thought his game came around. We didn't expect much of him coming into this year or coming into last year. We didn't expect much of him in terms at the plate. I think he held his own. I think he'll continue to grow. He started off the season, I feel like, swinging for the fences and realized, okay, that's probably not my game. Mm-hmm. Let me get back to doing what I do well. And I think you saw his game shift back to being able to hit the ball, hit for average, and do a really good job. So I'm looking forward to what the future holds for Mason Wynn.
I think his defense was good last year. I think he was absolutely exceptional this season. There's really no question about it. Mason Wynn defensively was just really, I'm lost for words. He was just so impressive. Offensively, I think he took a step back.
Really?
Yeah. Offensively, I think he took a step back from last year. I do. Last year is a 104 WRC plus player. Now he's 91.
All year, Anthony.
Walk rate was similar, but the strikeout rate was slightly higher this year. He had 6 more home runs last season. Now he also played in more games last year. He will have played in more games because of the injuries this season. Average dipped a little bit. On base dipped a little bit. Slug dipped a little bit. I think he took a slight step back offensively, but his defense was on another level. And I'm very excited to see what he does moving forward. I think he's a complete player and somebody that will be the face of the franchise.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I have no problem saying what I'm about to say next, and I'll explain why after I say it. He is the most exciting shortstop we've had here since Ozzie Smith. Mm-hmm. I'll say that. And the reason I say that is I've seen Ozzie a few times here recently in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And we've talked about the Cardinals. Obviously, Ozzie Smith is still very much interested in what the Cardinals are doing. And, man, he cannot say enough about watching Mason Wynn. In fact, Ozzie even said that he thought Mason Wynn was further ahead right now in his career than where Ozzie was defensively.
Wow.
So take that for what it's worth. Ozzie Smith is nothing but a class act, and so probably, giving praise a little more over there than accepting it, because the man's just amazing. But
still his word means
still, exactly. But still, so if we just go back to my original comment of Mason Wynn, I mean, this guy's unbelievable. He's the best shortstop in the game right now, based upon some of the analytics, certainly National League. Yeah, Platinum Glove, Carey, I agree. Like, now, I don't know how they weight that sometimes. I know that in recent history, they've also looked at some of the offensive numbers for guys that get Gold Gloves and things like that, which they shouldn't.
That's in years past. I think they've done a better job of making it a defensive-minded position, defensive-minded award, and they should.
If they do, Mason Wynn's in line for several Gold Gloves coming up here.
I agree.
I mean, he's excited. And he did it on a bad knee. And I understand, I can't do any damage, but there's pain there. Every time you dig in to go left or right or to shift, it's hurting, man. It is hurting. So I got to give him full props for that.
Agreed.
You mentioned face of the franchise. Well, there's one player in the NFL who wanted to be the face of the franchise so bad that he ended up saying no to a really good football team at the draft.
What?
Adam Schefter joined the Pat McAfee show and discussed one Shedeur Sanders. This is what Adam Schefter had to say.
Yeah, the Ravens were planning to take Shedeur Sanders at pick 141. And that was the plan. And word got back to him that he preferred not to be in a situation where he would be in a quarterback room with an all-world superstar elite quarterback, Lamar Jackson, where he wouldn't be able to sniff the field. And so that was something that did not appeal to Shedeur. And he preferred to take the mystery behind door number 2 rather than the certainty of Baltimore at door number 1, and basically let it be known, like, yeah, I thank you very much, but please don't. I want to be in a place that I can have a better opportunity to play. And so, yeah, if that message had been there, would the Ravens have picked him at 141? Yes, they would have done that. That was the plan.
All right, so hearing that, it kind of makes me think, what the hell's wrong with Shedeur Sanders? You know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second. It's not, I personally don't view that as him being difficult to deal with. I think he's being real.
He's being honest.
At what point is Lamar Jackson not going to be a MVP candidate? Like, how many years a rookie deal? 3? 4. If they keep him.
5 if you're a first-round draft pick.
He wasn't going to get to 5.
Right.
So 4. You want to spend the next 3 to 4 years without a sniff of a snap? Like, I get it, to be in the same quarterback room as Lamar and all that. And, you know, there's value to that. There certainly is. But if there's no hope of competing for a number 1 job, and you know that some of the lesser teams are coming up, or maybe his agent had, you know, an inkling that the Browns were going to be involved, and obviously that job's up for grabs. I don't necessarily blame Shedeur on this one. Maybe that makes me stupid. I don't know.
I actually agree. Carey?
Agreed 100%. I think when you are first round, second round even, you know, those are teams that you're expecting to play. The later it gets in the draft, it's almost like, would you rather be Mr. Irrelevant or be an undrafted free agent? Because if I'm undrafted, I can choose where the hell I want to go, and I can put myself in the best position to be to make a squad. Whereas if I'm drafted, that's where I have to go. And I think that's what Shedeur is seeing. It's the later it gets in the draft, I'd much rather be able to pick the team I want to go to as opposed to being told I have to go to this team. And again, if Lamar Jackson is the starting quarterback, which he's going to be the starting quarterback for a number of years to come in Baltimore, you're not going to get an opportunity to play as much, maybe due to injury, maybe in a blowout, but you're not going to get many opportunities other than preseason to show your worth. So if this is true that he didn't want to go to Baltimore because he knew he'd rather end up somewhere where he had an opportunity, I can't look at that and say, "Oh, that's crazy."
No,
because it's the job and the opportunity that you would prefer.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
But you run the risk. He could have not gotten drafted at all. But that's part of the risk versus reward that you take if you told a team no, thank you.
Agreed. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We have a returning Gauntlet contestant next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, we got our good buddy Stewie on the phone, and one thing Stewie always does is he keeps us updated on the Federal Reserve interest rates and all of those things.
Yes,
because
he does.
We're not looking. We don't have to because we got Stewie. Stewie, what's going on with the Federal Reserve?
Well, guys, they're meeting the next 2 days. They're going to make a determination whether they're going to cut the interest rates. And as I've always mentioned to you, don't look at what they do. Look at what they say. If they say they're going to continuously go ahead and cut it, great. Interest rates will continue to drop. If they say we're cutting it, but because of inflation, we're going to continue to go ahead and watch closely, you may actually see the interest rates go up. Now, the market right now is factoring in that interest rate cut. So the interest rates you get right now when you lock it is if it's going to go down. If it changes, it's going to bounce right back up. If they cut it, it's going to be the same as it is today. Take advantage now. Grab it right now. 17th, 2 days is when the determination is going to happen. You're locked in. If rates go down later on, what can they do, guys?
You could always
refinance.
That's right. And does it cost them anything to do it?
No, sir.
Nothing.
No. So get the bagel, the donut loan, whatever you want to call it. No cost. At the end of the day, you save money, and that's what's most important.
It's a beautiful thing because Stewie's there to help you save money. He did so with Jamie when he purchased the home. I have called Stewie multiple times to ask him about our situation when it comes to refi and all that. Stewie's the best, man, hands down. And he hands out his personal cell phone number, same number that Jamie and I use, in fact, 314-324-4440.
Again, Anthony, that's 314-324-4440.
Again, same number that Jamie and I use to call him. You can, too. Call him, text him. Say, hey, heard you on the radio. I'm just interested in having you look over my stuff. Fantastic. Stewie's there for you. And if you miss that number, you can always Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a great night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
Jamie Rivers here, and when my buddy Chris Chelios says he's making tequila, you better believe it's going to be elite. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is Chelly's baby. 100% Blue Labor agave made in Jalisco. No fake additives, just criminally smooth tequila that's racking up awards. Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, whatever you're into, El Bandito's got it.
Pick it up at Royal Liquors or always visit elbanditoyankee.com.
Listeners can get my tequila, El Bandito Yankee Tequila, at all St. Louis Royal Liquor locations.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
401, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome Kevin back for round 2. What's up, Kev?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing great. Hope you celebrated all weekend after knocking off CD in round 1. Well, sorry.
Yep, definitely did. Had a good weekend watching football.
Well, there you go. Good man. Would you like Marsh, Jamie, or me in round 2?
I think we're going to try Jamie today.
All right. Jamie Rivers is up. He's going to head to the Cone of Silence. I believe our guy Mike Ryder's in there right now. Yeah. So, Jamie, go ahead.
All right. Good luck, Kev.
You too, Jamie.
Kevin, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
Kevin, what are we hoping for?
I'm actually feeling football today. Anything's better than random, though.
Okay. And Marsh.
Oh, it's hockey today.
You're kidding me.
I am not.
Okay. Well, sorry, Kevin. But you know what?
Yep. That's okay.
Everybody, look, a lot of people still believe in you, okay? A lot of people still believe in you.
They are.
Thanks.
What's your last? Well, you can't tell.
Yeah. What's your last name, your social, any bank information? Just go ahead and tell.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No. All right. Kevin, as you know, you're going to receive 4 questions here, all hockey related. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. How many sweeps occurred in this past season's playoffs? How many sweeps occurred in this past year's NHL playoffs?
I'm cooked. Jesus. Let me say... Let's just go with 1. Final answer.
Question number 2. Which team lost the most playoff games this past season? This team lost 9 games in the postseason.
Oh, jeez. I'm blanking on who was even in the final this year. Well, let's go with Colorado.
Final answer?
How many did you say? 9?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with Colorado. Final answer.
Question number 3. How many overtime games were played in this past Stanley Cup final?
Let's get the options.
Options are 1, 2, or 3.
In the final, let's go with 2. Final answer.
All right, Kevin. Last question. Which player scored multiple overtime goals in this past Stanley Cup final? Which player scored multiple overtime goals in this past...
Nico Ratnan. Final answer.
All right. Let's bring back Jamie from the...
It was fun while it lasted.
What's that, Kevin?
It was fun while it lasted.
Okay. Well, hey, listen. You never know. You never know.
Well, I know I got the second one wrong. So I'm gonna do it.
Jamie is making his way back in from the cone of silence. What happened?
Jamie about to drop the gloves.
I looked like Carey shouldered him.
Dang.
What?
How was the cone of silence?
Mike Ryder and I were solving lots of problems in there.
Good.
Yeah.
Great, grand.
It's a productive couple minutes, which
it's good to...
feels like Kevin went fast.
It's good to have Mike Ryder back in the building, man.
It
really
is.
Went on a little vacay, much needed vacay.
You know who's
Probably
really
they're still
happy?
working. Everybody in the building.
Grant Francis, too.
Yeah, Grant does a great job, but there's nobody like the one and only Michael
There's
Knight
only one
Ryder.
true psycho.
Yeah, you kidding me? It's him. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
No.
Hockey is your category.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And here
What are you looking at?
go.
Listen to this?
Pack a lunch.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
How many sweeps, Jamie? How many sweeps occurred in last year's playoffs?
How many sweeps does it take to win the Stanley Cup? I'm trying to play through the series in my head right now. I don't know if there was one. Give me the options.
0, 1, 2.
Okay, so 0, 1, 2. I'm trying to think. Carolina. I'll go 1. Final answer. I'm so not happy with that, though.
Question number 2. Which team lost the most playoff games this past season? This team lost 9 games in the postseason.
Wait, what?
Which team lost the most playoff games this past season? This team lost 9 games in the postseason.
That's the most games they lost?
I just read the question, sir.
Okay. So, 9 games. Okay, I'm trying to figure. This is a really weird question because it could be a team that went to the 3rd round. No, couldn't be that. 3, 7. Is it the Oilers? So lost 3 and 4 in the final. And then lost. I'll go Edmonton Oilers. Final answer.
Question number 3. How many overtime games were played in this past Stanley Cup final?
Remember when Grant came in here last week? Do you remember that?
I do.
Remember what you said about that? You said you're going to get us, Grant. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. This is it. This is what he was saying.
To clarify, he goes, because he likes to read off the Gauntlet questions that he creates to Alex Ferrario.
Yeah.
Alex Ferrario likes to play the hockey Gauntlet.
Him and T-Bone weigh in.
Yeah. And Alex, I guess, was incredibly frustrated by this one.
He said
it's all
terrible.
Grant said. Yeah.
All right, can I hear the question again, please?
Of course. How many overtime games were played in this past Stanley Cup final?
Well, the final. Oh, was it 2 or 3?
Marsh, you're looking fantastic today, by the way.
Anthony, stop talking.
Was it 2?
It's a good look for you.
Stop.
You can join us anytime, Marsh.
2, final answer.
2, final answer. Which player scored multiple overtime goals in this past Stanley Cup final?
Brad Marchand. Final answer. No, wait a minute.
No, you already said final.
It's not Brad Marchand. I think it's Leon Draisaitl. Dang it!
Let's go over these.
Sometimes, Anthony, when you do it too quick, it hurts you.
It can.
That right there, I went too fast.
It's typically not great. Here we go. Kevin versus Jamie in hockey. Question 1. How many sweeps occurred in this past year's playoffs? Jamie, with the options, said 1. Kevin, without the options, said 1.
Oh.
Correct answer is 0. 0 is the correct answer. We got a 0-0 tie.
The gut feeling thing, remember that?
Mm-hmm. Which team lost the most playoff games this past season? This team lost 9 games in the postseason. Kevin, without the options, said Colorado.
That's wrong. As soon as I said it, I was like, nope, they lost in the first round.
Whoops. It's okay, Kev.
Jamie, without the options, went with Edmonton. Correct answer is...
It is the Dallas Stars.
The Dallas Stars lost 9 games. Question 3. How many overtime goals were played in this past Stanley Cup final?
How many overtime games?
Sorry, how many overtime games? We'll get to the overtime goals in a second. How many overtime games were played in this past Stanley Cup final? Without the options, Jamie said dose. Kevin, with the options, said dose. Jamie, you think now it's...
I'm rethinking. I think Florida won 2 and Edmonton won 1. I think it's 3, but I said 2.
Correct answer is 3. Score check, Marshy.
0-0. We got a Sunday night football game on our hands.
It comes down to this.
It's gonna come, no, it's not. No.
It comes down to this.
Hey, I misunderstood this question, too.
Oh, man, Kev. Don't try to make me feel better.
Which player scored multiple overtime goals in this past Stanley Cup final? Jamie said Brad Marchand. Final answer. No! Who do you think now?
I think it was Leon Draisaitl, but I do like my answer, Brad Marchand.
Kevin went with No, he went with Mikko Rantanen.
Oh, wait. In the Stanley Cup final, right?
Mikko Rantanen is...
I misunderstood the question.
Okay,
Kevin's answer, Brad
Kevin's
Marchand.
absolutely right if it's not the final.
It is. I'll read the question again. Which player scored multiple overtime goals in this past Stanley Cup final? Kevin.
Walk it off.
I knew it.
Correct answer is
Leon Draisaitl.
Leon Draisaitl.
No, I screwed myself twice this time.
I screwed myself twice, so we're all good.
Yeah. Everybody's getting screwed.
0-0. Tiebreaker time. We're going to walk it off here. This is how it's going to work.
Imagine what this one is from Grant.
Kevin, you're going to hold off on your answer. Jamie is going to write his answer down and show us here in the studio. Then we're going to go right to you. And you're going to have an answer. Closest to the pin wins. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Right.
Here we go. How many overtime games were played in this past year's playoffs? How many overtime games were played in this past year's playoffs? Jamie has his answer. He is showing us. Kevin, what is your answer?
Let's go with lucky number 13.
How many overtime games were played in this past year's playoffs? We just heard Kevin say lucky number 13. Jamie, you wrote down
the Ocho, 8.
He wrote down the Snowman. Kevin,
You have chosen wisely.
What? Correct answer is 20.
Oh my God.
Yes.
In the playoffs? Playoffs? Grant.
Kevin, you were worried. You were depressed. You were like, oh man, this night it's been fun. Now I gotta go. You don't. You don't have to go. Jamie's got to go to the penalty box because you are going to be back tomorrow after knocking off the one and only Jamie Rivers in hockey. Congratulations, Kevin.
Hey, thank you. Not many people can say they knocked Jamie off in hockey.
No.
I feel a little bit like the Atlanta Falcons right now. Like I hurt myself more than anybody else hurt me.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Hey, stop talking about this team.
Jamie.
Great job, Kevin. Great job, buddy.
Good job, Kevin.
All right, thanks, guys.
Kevin will be back tomorrow.
Little nugget of information here. Kevin is the first Gauntlet contestant in 2025 to beat Jamie in hockey.
Wow.
That was a good run, boys.
It was.
Good run. All good things come to an end, but now I get to play with a chip on my shoulder.
Yes. That's when Jamie's real dangerous.
It's hard. No, I'm laughing. I lost in football. It stings. Like, it's the worst.
It
Like, to
stings when I knew
lose.
the answers and I was just too fast with my damn mouth.
Marshawn, no!
The name was tumbling out of your mouth.
Marshawn, final answer, no!
And then you were like,
and that was caught up. 3 overtime games.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jamie, you're going to head to the penalty box.
Okay. You know what, guys? There's certain things in life that hurt, okay?
Like what you just did to me?
But you know, when
I'm
you
feeling good. They won last night.
When you have people in your life that you care about deeply.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That are, I would consider to be better than just great friends. Rich Matthews, the equipment manager for the Blues, just took his time to text me and say, that was brutal. Almost drove my car off the road. Oh, Rich, you've hurt me. I apologize. I do. I'll see you soon, buddy. Can't wait to see you again. But I don't blame Rich. I'd be disappointed in me, too. So I'm going to go sit in the penalty box, and I'm going to feel shame.
Okay. Deal. And we're going to do with our Sports Six-Pack next. So feel free to send in your questions. 314-399-9646 is our conference service text line. A Sixer next. Hey, head out right now to Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum. If you need a new vehicle, whether it's new or pre-owned, you're going to love the selection at Auto Centers Nissan. They've got over 1,000 vehicles, and it's all in one location, too. So when you check out AutoCentersNissan.com and you look at some of the vehicles that they have and you want to take a test drive and all that, guess what? The cars are going to be there for you. It's not one of these situations where you're going to go to certain dealerships and, they tell you, well, that vehicle's actually at another lot, or that vehicle we have to bring in from from, I don't know, North Dakota. Not at Auto Centers Nissan. When it comes to Auto Centers Nissan, they've got the vehicles right there for you. And right now, you can take advantage of 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down, and no payments for 3 months on the 2025 Rogue, the 2025 Pathfinder, and the 2025 Murano. I'm driving the Murano right now from Auto Centers. I love it. I love the vehicle, love the way it drives, I love the look of it. It is all the features inside. It's awesome. All built, by the way, all 3 vehicles built in the United States and backed by Nissan's top ranking in the latest J.D. Power Initial Quality Study. That's award-winning quality from day one. They've got pre-owned vehicles. They got you covered there, too. 0 down and no payments for 3 months on a huge selection of used vehicles, all priced to move. And every new Nissan comes with the rock-bottom dealer pricing, their exclusive lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum.
All right, St. Louis, are you thinking about selling your home anytime soon? If you are, take the stress out of it. Call Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty. A couple of reasons why. One, the market is shifting. It's all over the place, and you just can't trust any real estate agent to try and get you to the closing table. You have to trust the best, and that's Gloria Lou. And another reason you should trust Gloria Lou is she guarantees to sell your home for 100% of market value, or she will pay you the difference. And all of that's upfront and in handwriting. You're probably wondering to yourself, why is Gloria so confident that she can sell my home? Gloria Lou has over 24,000 buyers in waiting, which means there's a large percentage of those buyers that qualify for your home, which is why you're going to get the most money available and you're going to get to the closing table as fast as you possibly can. So start packing right now. But once you're done packing, call Gloria Lou and tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Again, that's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. As always, Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price and possession date.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Very ticked off Jamie Rivers heads to the penalty box where he is now taking shots at our guy Marshy for no reason.
Oh, Marshy knows about his helmet.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even hear him, though. You know, it's so loud. It's so loud in here. The fans, I have it taped up.
You worry about
or at least I should.
There's plenty to worry about there. What movie, Marshy?
Oh, it's from Miracle.
Yeah. Nice. There you go. Eric,
who was he talking to? Herb Brooks.
Oh, Mike Eruzione.
Correct.
Thank you.
Did you guess that?
No, sir.
He staltered the hell out of that.
He definitely guessed that.
Can we get to the Sports Six Pack? 314-399-9646. If you have a question, send it there. Question 1, please.
Question number 1.
All right. The first question comes from the 314. Will the Bengals call the Falcons about a possible Kirk Cousins trade or talk with another team?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to roll with Browning. I think he finished that game well. He started off a little shaky. But I think they're going to roll with him. He's been in the system. He's been in that offense. He understands what they're trying to do. He got weapons. He got weapons on the outside. Helped to have weapons on the interior.
Nah, it's overrated.
I don't think so.
You don't win football games from the inside out. You build wide receivers. It's all about the receivers.
I think you're wrong.
That's how you win.
I think you're wrong, but okay.
I'll look into it.
Okay.
The Bengals are notoriously a cheap organization. I don't think there's any chance in hell that they take on Kirk Cousins' contract. It's an interesting thought, but I don't think it's going to happen. Plus, Cousins is going to have to learn that system.
Now, what would make you say that they're a cheap organization? Is it because
every single time there's a contract situation outside of Joe Burrow, they've had some sort of pause? Yes, Jamie, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question all the way from back here in the classroom. Yeah. Could they also look cheap because I think they might be the only team in the NFL that doesn't supply the John Deere cart for their players to get driven off the field? Joe Burrow, as your franchise player, $240-some million.
You walk this off.
You know what? Never mind. You could probably pick up a used one for about $6 or $7 grand.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, let's not provide that to our players because, why would we?
What do you got, a toe injury that's going to require you to miss 3 to 4 months?
The best thing to do is to walk it off.
Or you tweaked your knee a little bit. It feels a little shaky. Just walk it off.
Yeah. Way to go, Bengals. So collectively, the fast lane answer is no.
No.
That Kirko Chains is heading to Cincinnati.
No chance. Hi, Carey.
Hey, question number 2.
Let's continue talking about Joe Burrow. FedEx Colton wants to know, Carey, can you please explain what turf toe is? I've heard the injuries you and Jamie have played through, but Purdy and Burrow are not playing with a toe injury, ? I must not understand the pain or injury.
The level of pain is stress. It is a torn ligament. It's like you don't know how much you need your big toe until you can no longer use your big toe. You can't push off of it. You can't run. You can't jump. You can't jog. You can barely walk.
Can't pivot.
You can't pivot. Like, there are so many things that your big toe does in stabilizing your foot and allowing you to walk properly, much less trying to drop back and throw a football. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure it's a torn ligament in the toe that is preventing you from being able to push off of it properly. And sometimes it tears where you got to get it fixed. Sometimes it's like a strain where it can eventually get healed on its own. But this one, I'm assuming that it is a torn ligament in his toe that is that he's unable to walk properly without surgery.
Yeah, I don't know really what turf toe is. I mean, I haven't.
It hurts like hell.
Yeah. I imagine it's something, Carey, that you can't freeze. Because we get broken toes, like big toes, in the NHL, and sometimes you can put a needle in there and freeze it up, but then you lose feeling of your foot, and you can't really skate right. So then that's like, okay, can't do it.
Yeah.
Other times it works, but again, our feet are inside. I call them like casts. Those skates hold everything tight together, which is probably a little different than a quarterback trying to run around on turf out there, chased by really big athletic men.
Makes sense. Question 3.
Question number 3.
This one comes from Symphonic Metalhead. Given the Blues' recent history with AHL teams in Chicago, San Antonio, and Springfield, Massachusetts, do you think they may ever think of moving a team closer?
So there's been chatter about this. There's something that I thought the Blues could have done a while back, and I thought it could have been pretty neat, was moving their American Hockey League team to St. Charles here, to the Family Arena. I think that if they had, like, even the St. Charles Blues, or what do you want to call them, doesn't matter, it would really give your fan base here a chance to see the future of the Blues. You could probably take a portion of your staff that currently does tickets and marketing and advertising and just allocate more onto their plate and divvy it up so that you're not having to double staff anything. Your players, if you have injuries, your players can drive down the street and go practice with the big club on any given day. Army, Steiner, those guys, Jim Montgomery can go down, watch a couple of games on the weekends, whatever it is. You'd have everything really close in-house. Now, all of that would have to be a situation where someone would buy an AHL team or start an expansion team in St. Charles in order for that to work. So that, to me, is an organization that would be the ultimate, because now, your players like in Toronto and some of the other cities around the NHL, the players come in and they move into an apartment. They don't have to worry about relocating again. If you get called up to the Blues from, let's say, the St. Charles team, you're driving to Enterprise instead of the Family Arena. So wherever you live it's fine. You don't have to move. There's no inconvenience at that point. I think it would be great, but there's certainly a lot of different things that would have to go on to make that possible. I think the Blues are really happy with the affiliation that they have with Springfield right now. I know that they have talked about that openly. So I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Question number 4.
From the 801, does Adam Juracek's future depend on how well Logan Mailloux plays this year? Meaning, if Mailloux doesn't play well, do the Blues look to bump Juracek's development up?
No. There's absolutely no reason. You still have a guy called Justin Falk that plays right defense, and you have Matthew Kessel that plays right defense. And Matthew Kessel, if nothing else, has proven that he can play in the NHL. Juracek has not proven that yet. Doesn't mean he won't or that he can't play. He just hasn't yet. And I would have a hard time imagining the Blues wanting to leapfrog a couple of other players that they believe that are NHL caliber to speed up, force feed the potential of Juracek in the lineup. And let's not forget, you traded Zach Bolduc for Logan Mailloux. I would imagine Logan Mailloux is going to get as many looks as possible in order to fulfill what Doug Armstrong thought would be the job for him here in St. Louis. So I don't see the need for the Blues to try and fast forward that.
Question number 5.
From the 618, would the Vikings have won last night if they had Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, or Aaron Rodgers?
No.
I mean, do those guys play middle linebacker?
No.
Because that was a problem.
You ain't winning. You're not winning that game last night with Aaron Rodgers. There's no way.
Hey,
they sacked.
My quarterback.
They sacked J.J. McCarthy 6 times. They would have sacked Aaron 12.
It's my quarterback.
I think Darnold would have been okay.
Old stare down McGee.
But he throwing the ball over the yard last year.
My man just stares you down.
How'd he do last night? Pretty good game.
Who?
Darnold.
That's because Caleb Johnson doesn't know the rules.
Dude.
Oh, that's one play. You can't blame him the whole game on that one play.
Nah, it definitely changed the game.
That's not the Steelers' way. That's not how we do it in Pittsburgh, Carey.
It's not, but it definitely changed. I'm with him. I let him join the team. I let him join the bandwagon. He's okay. He's good with me. That one? Yeah, he's good.
All right. Yeah. Marsh, I think you would agree that offense wasn't moving the ball last night.
No, they weren't, but I do think they win that game if Sam Darnold is their quarterback, or literally any of the names. I really do.
Well, they won last year with Darnold.
I don't think the Falcons were all that impressive. I think
defensively?
Defensively they were fine, but the offense was bad, Anthony. It was real bad.
The Falcons' offense was bad? Or the passing game?
The Vikings' offense was bad.
I was about to say, holy smokes.
The Vikings' offense was bad.
Vikings' offense has been bad for, 7 quarters?
Yes.
Yeah.
7 of the 8.
7 of the 8 quarters. That one quarter was dynamic, though.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't been able to get nothing going offensively. And if you can't stop the run defensively, it's going to be a long day. I don't give a damn what you do. Your defense gets gassed. Your offense goes 3 and out. Then the defense is pissed off again because they just sat down and got some water and some Gatorade. And now they're pissed off at you like, really? Again? And then they get the ball ran right down their face. And they don't score, but they go sit down and another 3 and out. I'm going to kill this kid. That's what they think. They don't say it, but that's what they think. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Right from the mind of a former NFL player.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's wrap it up.
Question number 6.
Tough news for the Detroit Tigers over the weekend. From the 314, will the Detroit Tigers win the 2025 World Series?
What?
Is Scooble, is he out, shut down? He had an oblique issue?
He don't look good.
Is he down for the year?
Yeah, I think
is my choice the field otherwise? I'll take the field.
I mean, with the way that they positioned it, yeah. Injury update: Detroit Tigers ace doesn't appear seriously injured.
I thought
that'll be fine.
I thought it was just a.
Yeah, they're gonna win it all.
They shut him down. But he missed the start.
I'll take that, Pat.
I didn't think he was done for the year.
I'll take the field, Anthony.
All good news. There you go. Yeah, shut him down for the rest of the regular season.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, same.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, that's exactly how they sound in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Jamie? You live there.
Yeah. Yes. Very confusing. I thought they were here.
All right, we've got Beat the Streak and Bet the Board next. By the way, we've got both Monday Night Football games, Texans and Bucks, Raiders and Chargers tonight. So we're off a little early tonight. So Beat the Streak, Bet the Board next. The Underdog app is the place to head to tonight when you got the 2 Monday Night Football games on, because you can win a bunch of money just for getting your NFL picks right. And it's player picks. You go to Underdog. You could play right here in Missouri. You could play, again, for as little as $1. Choose a couple of players, build your card, and you can win up to 5,000 times your money. So, for example, how about Baker Mayfield? Higher than 3.5 rush attempts. He got out of the pocket a lot last week against Atlanta. I think he does so against Houston as well. He's going to have to be on the run. Geno Smith's rushing total is only 8.5. Give me higher on Geno Smith, 8.5 rushing yards. If you like Ladd McConkey, like I do, you could do higher than 5.5 receptions. Those are just some of the plays I like tonight. You could choose your own. You can go lower on certain players. Maybe Ashton Genty gets bottled up tonight, lower than 66.5 rush yards. How you want to do your play, that's up to you. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code Anthony to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, that promo code is my first name, Anthony. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms. _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Cincinnati Reds with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. First pitch is at 6:45. On 101 ESPN tonight, you can listen to both of the Monday Night Football games as the Bucs take on the Texans. We are off early because pregame for that game starts at 5 o'clock. Kickoff is at 6, and then following that game is the Chargers and the Raiders with the kickoff at 9 o'clock. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Beat the Streak and Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at Londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
I want to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You ready to hit?
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
All right, time to play Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Nick's on the line. What's up, Nick?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing great, man. Appreciate you playing again. All right, Marsh, what are our latest streaks?
All right, Anthony. Nick has a streak of 2. I have a streak of 2. Anthony, you have a streak of 2. Jamie has a streak of 1, and Carey is back to 0.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, that's tough, Carey.
I don't think you're sorry at all.
Yeah, I am. Anthony isn't.
Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
Nick, you're up. You're up first.
Let me get Brendan Donovan.
OBD.
Hopefully he don't wait until the 9th inning to get me back on the board again.
That's okay. He made it worth you watching until the end, huh?
Oh, yeah. I played baseball for 15 years, trust me.
There you go. Marsh.
Man, I don't know how many times we're going to be able to say this name.
Oh, boy.
Much longer, but give me Nolan Arenado.
You doubling down, are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Better chance at the hit.
You know what? This guy came through for me the last time these two teams played. Give me Marte for the Reds. Jamie.
Give me Burley.
Jamie's also doubling down.
Yep. Give me Miguel Andujar.
Sounds good. All right. Nick, good luck to you, man.
Yep, you too, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Appreciate you. All right, from Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. Okay, how do we do this weekend?
Jamie did good. All of us did not.
Oh,
wow. Jamie continues his assaults on us in Bet the Board, man. Jeez. All right, so how bad is Jamie beating us this time?
That's a large margin of 1 right now.
Yeah,
but it could be 2 by tomorrow's show.
That's tough, man.
He's really good at this game, though, fellas.
He's the best.
The way that he studies these things and how he plays is
laying it on thick now.
Nah, I'm just saying, man, I give credit where credit is due, you know.
Wow.
You are, I mean, hell, we should just change the name to Beat Jamie. Bet the board. See if you can beat Jamie.
Yeah.
This is his game. Huh. Then label it Jamie's Bet the Board.
Man, yeah, you're absolutely right.
You don't mean one thing you're saying.
No, I'm serious.
It means
you're so competitive when you're winning. Puked while you said that.
No.
You hated the fact that you said that. You know, Marshy, he's right. We should rename it.
Oh, hell no. Hell you talking about?
Jamie, what is your selection?
I got the Orioles tonight on the money line, minus 144 at the Chicago White Sox.
That's it? No, I guess the O's are kind of...
They're not that great, but boy, the White Sox, although they're unpredictable. They can put up 5 tonight.
You never know. All right, who's up next?
It really doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it kind of does, but I think Carey is up.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm hoping he plays. Give me Brock Bowers over 50 yards receiving, minus 126.
All right.
He's questionable.
He should play.
I think he will.
If he's questionable and you picked him, you burn the pick.
Nah.
Is it over 50 or over 49 and a
He's
half?
knowingly picking a questionable player.
If he's inactive, then
I get another pick.
He gets a pick. Yeah. If he plays,
if he's active
and doesn't get it, or if he's active and plays one snap, then I lost.
Carey loses.
I'm taking the risk here, Jamie, not you.
If you're really taking the risk, all or nothing.
I did. If he plays,
really didn't.
If he plays, if he's inactive and doesn't play.
If he's inactive, you burn the pick. You don't get it back.
That's not how that works.
Play the game to win.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, not a safety net for you there?
That's not how it works.
Real man
We've only been doing this. We've only been doing this for, I don't know, ever.
The 816 text in. The game is now called Bet with Barry.
Bet with Barry.
I like that. Marsh, give me Geno Smith over 9.5 rushing yards.
Is that
Geno Smith over 9.5 rushing yards. Minus 111.
Anthony, I like that play because I'm also looking at a quarterback to run the ball, and that's Baker Mayfield.
Shaky Bakey?
15 plus rushing yards
15?
15 plus rushing yards tonight at minus 144.
I like that one.
Way to go, Marsh. All right. Like I said before, we have both Monday Night Football games for you. Kickoff, 6 o'clock for the Texans and Bucks, 9 o'clock for Raiders and Chargers, and the pregame for the Texans and Bucks is at 5 o'clock, which means we have to wrap up the show. What we learned, 3 stars of the day next.
Anthony, it took me a long time to figure out that maybe things were headed in the wrong direction. I started to get tired a lot, irritable. I mean, you were there.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, not great. And then motivation was lacking. Just all those things. You just don't feel like yourself. Focus isn't there. I didn't want to work out, put on an extra bunch of weight, all because of low testosterone. How did I find out, Anthony?
You found out because you went to Mentality.
Yes.
BT took you took me, and right now we're going to take everybody, listeners, metaphorically speaking, of course.
If we had a big enough bus, we would.
You're darn right we would, because we believe in Mentality. It is a local clinic. They have board-certified physicians that run a full physical, and really it's just they're going to ask you some questions that are very easy. How are you feeling? Well, not great. My energy's low. I'm tired all the time. I'm gaining weight. I want to be better inside the gym and outside the gym and in the workforce, but I can't. I'm snapping at people. Look, you're not alone, but those are going to be basic questions. They draw your blood if you are low on testosterone and other vitamins, and it's common as we get older, guys. That's what happens. Mentality makes it simple. They have treatments that fit your schedule. They accept most insurances. They're fast, they're easy, they're safe. They do such a great job. So stop settling. Be the dad who keeps up. Be the partner who's present. Be the man you want to be. Be the man that's a lot younger feeling than you have been. So check out mentalityhealth.com/radio right now. You can book your appointment. You can find a limited time offer there as well. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you when you head down to one of their 2 locations. It's Mentality. missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by Shaver Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Jamie, what'd you learn?
Yeah, I learned to slow down a little bit. Not just spout out answers and say things when you don't think about them enough. And I paid for it in the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I paid for it dearly. Our guy Kevin put me down today in the Gauntlet. Kevin earned it. He earned it. Took his time, thought about things. He didn't get anything right either, but he won the tiebreaker. Okay? He won the tiebreaker. And I sat in the penalty box and I reflected.
Nice job, Jamie. That's a sign of true growth from you.
Yeah.
Carey.
I learned that when Jamie does lose the Gauntlet, he is upset, man. And if you even look in his direction, he might say bad words to you.
Big time.
Bad words off the air.
Reflection, Carey.
He's pissed.
Well, he also slung arrows on the air, too.
Tell Marshy, worry about your damn helmet.
Yeah.
Marshy didn't even do anything.
He didn't do anything. And what I learned today was Marsh looks good in the old school Falcons gear.
I can see him changing.
Yeah.
I can see him
I
turning.
can see him changing, too.
Look at that.
I mean, the way that, hey, we don't know how long ago JJ is going to be out, do we?
Yeah.
You might.
Carson wins. You know, it's going to be tough for me to root for a North Dakota State Bison.
Oh, yeah.
But you're willing to overlook it.
I'm willing to overlook it.
He was a Vikings fan growing up.
He was a Vikings fan growing up, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marsh, what'd you learn?
I learned that wearing a football helmet for 3 hours is actually not fun. I don't know how Kirk Cousins does it an entire game without playing. He just stands there with his helmet on.
Mouth guard tucked up there, too.
With his, his hands around his collar.
I always loved
thinking
doing that.
maybe this is the play.
Yeah, just kind of
easy spot.
Yeah.
It's resting and relaxing.
It is.
You don't have to. You can hold it there, and your arms are rested. You keep them down by your side the whole day, and shoulders get tired.
Yeah, naturally.
So the helmet, not for you, Marsh.
It's just it's a tough thing, especially with the earbuds in, and it's really sweaty. I've been sweating all day, so I'm sorry to Killian.
But
and
you
he's
battled through it.
You
Dad,
did.
Like, why is this so wet in my helmet?
And son, that's the sweat of a man that paid off punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice job there, Marsh.
Well, I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks if I got to wear a Steelers helmet, Steelers jersey.
Boy.
That's right, because
Here we go.
Because Carey and Marsh are up next, followed by Marsh and Jamie.
Jamie Berry.
When do we have that one?
Lions and Vikings.
When? I gotta go buy a Lions helmet?
Twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a little punishment. And I think I mentioned this before, but with Rachel as well. She's an Eagles fan. And we're actually going to that game in October. And so if and there's a laundry list of things that I have to do if the Eagles win. So
I believe that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Wow. Can we say them on air?
I have to look at it. Yeah, no, they're fine. Got to get coffee and do all that stuff. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
But not my team's going to win, though. So
Yeah, of course they are.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
The defending champs are going down that day.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bring us a game.
Former team. The team that let him loose or cut him loose.
There you go. Traded them.
Yeah, they did. They didn't believe in him.
Nope.
But the purple do. All right, 3 stars of the day.
It's time for the Fat Lady's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Anthony, I'm going to give you a star today.
Thank you.
Just because, you hated on your team and they came through for it. And you seem like you're in a great mood today.
I really am. I went to bed in a great mood. I woke up in a great mood.
Yeah.
Wow, Marshy.
Yeah.
You just
Thanks,
gave him
buddy.
a star.
Yeah, I did. Yep. And you're going to love this next star, Jamie. We're going to give it to Kevin for taking Jamie down in the Gauntlet. First timer. First time. First year that he's lost in hockey. So, it's no small feat. And our first star of the day goes out to Mike Ryder for being back at work.
Yes.
Mike Ryder. That means that work. Carey. Don't say that.
He was here.
He was here.
I know.
You
That's
know
what
he was
said
here
after.
because you joined him in the
That's what Carey said after.
cone of silence.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything.
Yeah. Check the tape.
Please do.
All right, that'll do it for us. So we got Texans-Bucks pregame coming at you. We got the 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. We got the doubleheader. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.